In the beginning there was time. Time saw the stars spun into light, the mountains rise and fall, rocks turn into clay. We created with it, sought shelter under it. Some things don't change with time. At Borrell, we still use clay. We shape it and fire it. We forge ceramic roof tiles in enduring hues. Clean lines, elegant finishes, durable, sustainable. As old as time, made new for modern homes. Borrell. Build something great.
Yes, good afternoon and welcome to the NPL South Australia. It is the final series and we have the elimination final for you today. And today's game, it's the Raiders hosting MetroStars. Not much between these two teams on the premiership table, and I'm sure there won't be too much between these two teams here today. We are live from the Croatian Sports Centre. Welcome to our viewers through Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And today's commentary team, as you can see, we're down to the bare bones. It's Paul Pellizzari and Rob Peppicelli. It's a very good afternoon to you, firstly, Mr. Pepper.
Yeah, good afternoon, Paul. Good afternoon to the viewers who are watching this, or going to be watching this big game today here at the Croatian Sports Centre. It is the reserve game happening at the moment. MetroStars up against, I think it's the Adelaide United, the reserve team playing, and I think the Adelaide United reserve team are winning 2-1 at the moment in extra time. But the big game here, it is elimination time. It is MetroStars up against the Raiders here at the Croatian Sports Centre.
And this elimination final is proudly brought to you by Borrell, as they are going to be proud supporters of the final series here in South Australia. Okay, let's go down to our boundary rider, back with us from, I don't know where, holiday, day off, something like that. Ryan Marveggio joins us. It's a very good afternoon to you. Lovely Ryan out there.
Good afternoon, boys. And no, it wasn't a day off. It was another dance competition. 55 girls I took over to Sydney last week.
Wow.
And it was a fantastic, tiring weekend, but...
how did you go, mate?
How do you control 55? I can't control one.
We did really well. We did really well against some of the nation's best dance studios. So no, we held our own and we got some really good results.
Isn't it fitting that he's right by the Adelaide Croatia
Yeah, if we could
sign
just pan out a little bit, and that is a very...
well, that's what's going to be
poignant
called next season, I reckon, Adelaide Croatia.
There it is. That's it, the Adelaide Croatia Soccer Club, and that's where we are here today. And we've got to thank Branko and his team for incredible hospitality at the start, Rob.
Fantastic.
Have we ever been treated as good at the start of a game, apart from MetroStars, of course?
Very spoilt. Thank you.
The two most hospitable clubs face each other today in an elimination final. Do or die it is for these two teams. And can we go through last week? We'll go through the history of the clubs.
We're not forgetting, there's also other games happening today. There is the second two-legged semi-finals happening between the Comets and Campbelltown down at the Comets Stadium. So that's on at 3 o'clock today. So the first leg is on at the Comets ground. And not forgetting, tonight is a 6 o'clock do or die as well. Olympic against the Blue Eagles.
What about the big boil over last night, Rob, in their state league? What City?
Yes, I heard that, yeah. They went down to Western Strikers.
Absolutely, 1-0. And
they're out again. Straight sets like they did last year.
Elimination final last night in State League 1, and White City are out of the race for promotion.
Now, don't forget, we do have the history piece on Raiders. You want to go through that now?
I think it'd be pretty apt to go through that now. The home team, Adelaide Croatia, here today hosting the MetroStars, all thanks to Borrell, this elimination final. Let's have a look at some of the background of this fine club.
I come to Australia end of 49. Finish up in Whyalla for 12 months, and then I settled in Adelaide end of 50. And then as a young fella, when I saw all these other clubs with the soccer, The dancing group wasn't really good enough for me. Not enough. How should I say it? Entertainment. And then I had a couple of mates, and we talked about to form the Croatia Soccer Club, because I used to be all these ethnic clubs. And that was in '51. And then we decided to form the club, and that was 10th of April '52. So I had enough boys to register team, and that's what we did. And we started to play. The first match was against the team from what do you call textile firms. We played against them first match, and we lost 1-0. And then we start from there.
I've been with the Raiders 35 years. I've been in manager of the kitchen for 10 years, and I wouldn't be without it. I wouldn't. This is my club, my people. That's what we do. That's what we live for. My 5 grandchildren play here. My daughter volunteer, my son will volunteer, my sons volunteer. So we're all involved in the club.
Mum and Dad, life members of the club. So Dad, ex-past player, championship player. So from day dot I was introduced into the Croatian community. So winning the championship last year as a captain of the club, to do that with your own club is something that sits very close to my heart.
I started, I think I was an 8-year-old playing under 10s. We used to play out at Henson Reserve, and it was just putting on the red, white and blue shirt. It was very proud to be a Croatian team playing in the league back then, and it's fantastic. I loved it. I think us, getting the Croatian Sports Centre was the biggest achievement. We played at Henson Reserve, which was never our place as such. To have finally a home that we're really proud of, that was built just with everybody's hard work and effort. All the old guys that helped out here before, and all the new ones that help out here now, and the people in the kitchen, all the volunteers, all the staff. We've still got them happening now, and it's just I think that's the biggest biggest thing we've got.
So we came to this club about 11 years ago. My relationship with the club is both my boys both played in this club. My youngest son still plays here as a reserve goalkeeper and a backup first team keeper. We've been here, like I said, 11 years, and one of the sponsors as well. And also a watching parent. From a family point of view, it's been great because the family comes out here every Saturday to watch the kids play. Our experience with the club's been really good. They're a very nice club, very traditional, very family orientated, and they've welcomed us. Us being Greek, I suppose. It's been interesting. So yeah, we've fitted in pretty good. So the club's been really good to us, and they've given our kids the opportunity to play a great game and be part of a great club. Raiders, it's very traditional. They're very family orientated. They like to, I suppose, they open everyone. They welcome everyone with open arms. So when you walk in here, they got great facilities. They got great food. They got great bars. It's just you feel like you're at home when you come in here. No matter what nationality you are, no matter what race you are, you're always welcomed.
I was married in 1959. The wedding's supposed to be in the afternoon, and I went to Hansen Reserve, putting the nets up and everything, and everybody was waiting for me to go to church. And I was so fanatic in the sport, so because I loved it. That was my life. And naturally, everybody was waiting for me to take me to church to get married. My wife is always mentioning this. I said, I reckon the soccer was more important for you than myself.
The club I was born at, it's our club, it's a community club. Yes, we are Croatian based, but we've had so many different people of other ethnicities playing for this club, and we've developed some really good youth players that have gone through and played for Adelaide United and other teams, and that's what we're about. We want to promote the youth. We're a grassroots football club, but very proud Croatian background.
course. And Craig Goodwin, of
Great
course,
proud club, isn't it?
as we saw in that footage prior to the end of that little documentary. And congratulations too to the FFSA, their initiative of putting that out there for the clubs, just to let the average Joe Blow know a little bit of the background of where these clubs came from, and very prevalent that the ethnic names are allowed to be used now, that we do see the heritage of where we came from. And last week, the Polonia... Was it last week that you guys...
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Last game at Polonia Reserve, which happened to be due to Croydon Kings not making it into the finals.
So a very good insight into the clubs.
Now, we've got the road to the finals. Jimbo's got that already ready to go.
Fantastic, look at that.
Which is great. So, obviously, Comets are playing Campbelltown. It's a two-legged semi-final. So, obviously, after 2 legs, the winner will go straight into the grand final. Raiders against MetroStars, it's a straight-out elimination. So, they'll play the winner, whoever wins in this game, against Olympic and Blue Eagles. So, they'll fight that off in the next week's game, which will be live streamed, I presume. The elimination final.
Of course.
That's week 2. And in week 3, the winner of the week 2 will play the loser of the Campbelltown and Comets game.
And fair to say, Ryan, too, whatever happens to the Raiders and Blue Eagles, 2 newly promoted teams into this league, you'd have to say that it's been a successful season.
Looking at it, 100%. You'd say definitely a successful season. But I think the players and the clubs now want more than that. You're in the final series. I think it's going to be a bit of an uphill battle for Blue Eagles, but I think Raiders, they've got what it takes to go deep into this final series.
But even if they do get knocked out this weekend, it's still been pretty good for 2 newly promoted teams from
100%.
From the State League this season. Let's have a look at the head-to-head between these 2 teams. MetroStars and the Raiders met in July of this year, and the Raiders running out victors 2-0 at Metro's home ground, mind you. Earlier on in the year, in April, MetroStars beat the Raiders on their home turf 1-0. So these teams...
Doesn't mean nothing.
Well, it means that they can win away from home. So the home team didn't win this season.
They won in the last minute
too,
didn't they, in that game? I'm pretty sure that was.
I'm not too sure.
If you're wondering why the game is not happening at the moment, the kickoff was due at 3 o'clock, but the reserve game went to extra time. Still in extra time, Adelaide United reserves are winning 2-1 against MetroStars reserves. So the game is going to be delayed for probably about 15 minutes.
And it's a beautiful day here at the Croatian Sports Centre. I don't know, it's probably maybe a bit late for you, but if you're living close by, it's a beautiful day to come out here in Adelaide and watch the game. If not, from the comfort of wherever you might be watching on your smart device. As we said, welcome to our Facebook Live viewers and our YouTube Live viewers. It's been a very successful season for the Facebook and the YouTube numbers. It's good to see a lot of people viewing the games, but we'd like to see some of you here as well.
It's been, I don't know how you think, Ryan, but it's been a great season in my point of view. It's been close, although top Campbelltown won it quite easy, but 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th, it was hard to pick. The last round we had to try and pick who was going to end up second.
Yeah, I agree. It's been one of the closest seasons I can remember from top to bottom. I reckon last year was pretty close as well with the relegation battle, but I think the final 6 sort of had their position cemented. But from top to bottom, it was even very, very tight from even to relegation battle. But Campbelltown didn't have it sewn up all their way, Robbie. With 2 to 3 games to go, they definitely had one eye over their shoulder looking, because Olympic and Raiders were breathing down, and Comets were breathing down their neck. So it was very, very tight, top to bottom.
In saying that, in the final analysis, Campbell City did finish on top with 43 points, 5 clear.
Did you say Campbell City?
Campbelltown City?
You said Campbell City.
He did say Campbell City.
Oh, it's better than Campbell Soup.
Donald Campbell City.
Donald, the great man, of course. Donald Campbell. They had that reunion show on Coast
FM
too.
Yes, well done.
Not that I wake up early Saturday mornings to hear it, unfortunately. But Campbelltown City did finish top of the league with 43 points. The Comets finished second.
The exciting bit about last week's live game, the live ladder at one stage had Olympic second, had 3 or 4 different teams being second in the live ladder because of the scores. That's what was so exciting about those results from last week.
So as you see those the road to the finals on screen, this is why, because they finished in these positions. Campbelltown City top, Adelaide Comets second with 38 points, so a 5-point buffer. Now, this is where it gets really tight. The next 4 teams are only separated by 4 points, Ryan. That's why this league has been very exciting this season. This final series is very open. The Raiders finished in third, newly promoted Raiders with 36 points. Adelaide Olympic, who was second for a lot of the season, 35 points in fourth. Blue Eagles finished fifth. They were top for a fair bit of that.
Raiders were second for quite a bit.
Yeah.
Olympic started catching up. I think it was the other way around. Raiders were probably second for most of the season.
Blue Eagles,
Eagles were
top
up there,
spot, yeah. 35 points, they finished in fifth.
And I think at one stage they were top and Raiders second. Both teams.
Yeah, you're right.
state
Early
league.
part of the season, yeah. And just creeping into the 6 was MetroStars, who hit a bit of form towards the end of the season. Outside of that 6, Croydon with 33
Had
points.
a good season too.
1 point. But looking at today's game, 3v6, 2 points separates them on the table, or separated them on the table. Only 2 goals separates them in goals scored this season. Raiders scoring 44, MetroStars 46. Raiders conceded 35 and MetroStars 31. So that's the tightness of this league. That's the tightness of this game. And you say down the other end, Ryan, very true. West Adelaide, of course, going down with South Adelaide, but
And next season as well, there'll be some coach movements around. So we all know maybe Campbelltown, Joe Mullen said he was going to be his last year. So Campbelltown might have a change of coach.
thought he said that last year as well.
Yeah, well, we don't know. Raiders in today's paper, Nick Kuzman, not 100% if he'll do the job next season.
Right? Okay.
Because he wanted just to take it over as a caretaker coach. So maybe they're looking for somebody there. So Adelaide City, I think Matriciani will stay. We know West Adelaide will change their coach. They're in the state league, and Parry Hills.
What makes you say
Parry
West
Hills
Adelaide will change
definitely
their coach?
They will change their coach.
What makes you say that? You
I don't
know,
know, I just think.
just feeling that, eh?
And Parry Hills have definitely changed their coach.
Can I
Because
ask,
Barney Smith has left.
why has Barney Smith left? He's done a fantastic job down
There
at
is some
Hills.
big news happening, but I'll let you know after the grand final.
Okay.
Nice
Well,
teaser.
Barney Smith did a fantastic job
He's a
down
good
at Parry Hills.
coach.
When I
A
saw
very
that
good
happen during
coach.
the week, he announced he's stepping aside. I
Yep.
was like quite shocked.
And just again on that relegation debacle or fight, you could say, Adelaide City and West Adelaide, 2 of the big super clubs there. Adelaide City surviving just by 2 points, 18 points, third to bottom. West Adelaide, 16 points, second to bottom, went down with South Adelaide.
Don't
But
be surprised Adelaide City might change their coach, because we got a little bit of a whisper last night, didn't we?
I didn't hear that whisper.
Yeah,
You
I
heard
heard
the
it.
whisper. What was the whisper?
That some certain person was smiling at us.
Refresh
You don't
my
remember
memory. No,
that?
I don't.
But I won't say anything.
So-
I've
you've
got
just
a
said
funny
something,
feeling
but
it
anyway.
might change.
Question then, Robbie. That was, you sort of took the question out of my mouth.
Yep.
Michael Matriciani, Adelaide City, pass mark or fail mark?
Please. Third to bottom.
Yeah, but they
He's a
started with -6.
6 point deduction.
I'll give him 6 points back. 24. He's
It's
still third to bottom.
Third to bottom, still third to bottom.
Okay, okay.
That's
Yeah,
a
look at
fail.
it.
Yeah, I think it's a fail.
And credit to,
First year coach though.
it doesn't matter. It's a fail. You asked the question, and the answer third to bottom. Give him the 6
And
points back.
They have advertised for coaching.
You're
but
laughing.
Not,
You're laughing over
they
there.
have advertised for coaching, but not senior, which makes me think he's got the job. But I heard a whisper last night. It's different. It could be different.
I like your whispers.
Robbie, you've got 2 big announcements, and
Yes.
you've said it, and you don't going to share it with us till
I'm
after
sorry.
the grand final.
Yes,
you're
after the grand-
not even your friends. You're going to whisper to us. You're going to make your friends wait.
I'm going to call you George Michael because these careless whispers are very dangerous.
Who's George Michael?
George Michael's saying careless whispers.
Oh, okay.
Who's George
Oh,
Michael?
give it a break,
Come
Ryan.
on, Robbie.
Anyway,
I thought it
credit
was a
to
friend of mine.
probably is. Credit to Parry Hills, as you said, Ryan.
Yeah.
Barney Smith, 28 points, 9th position, 10 points clear of Adelaide City. So if you gave him the 6 points back, irrelevant. So well done to Barney Smith, getting Parry Hills, which probably would have been second favourite to go down in a very strong league this
100%.
season. Okay, so looking at the form leading into this game, the Raiders, it's not great reading. They had a loss against the Blue Eagles 3-1. They drew with Croydon Kings 1-1. They beat Parry Hills 2-1. I won't go through the friendly with Adelaide United because that's irrelevant. MetroStars, they beat 2-0, as we said, back in July. They beat South Adelaide 4-0, and they lost to the Comets 6-0. On the other side of the ledger, it reads pretty good for the MetroStars of late. They beat West Adelaide 4-0, Adelaide City 4-2, and Blue Eagles 2-0. 2 of those 3 teams not very strong, so I don't know if it was a strong lead in to the final series for the MetroStars. But winning form is good form, Ryan. So you'd rather be going in with 3 wins under your belt than maybe a loss, a draw and a win.
Correct, and it's going to be a very, very good game today. Pitch is not in the best of conditions, but it's an elimination final, so you just got to go for it. You can't hold back. Yeah, structures sort of sometimes go out the windows, but the team that wants it the most, I know how cliche this sounds, but they're going to come out with the cookies.
You got some info, Rob? Another careless whisper?
No.
Oh, okay, sorry.
All good.
Yeah, okay.
Branko just needed a team list, so I gave him mine. So we can do the lineups at the moment.
Okay,
I'm a bit disappointed though, Paul. These careless whispers from Rob. Doesn't even want to share it with me and you. I don't know what we've done so
mate.
wrong.
We're doing the lineups. Raiders lineup. As they starting the game straight away, aren't they? Which is good. Okay, in goals, Nicholas Munro. Number 2 is Michael Acton. 4 is Paul Blefari. He's the captain. 7, Jackson Walls. 8, Rocky Visconti. 10, Terence Carter. 14, Oliver Zafaridis. 16, Ambassador Yusuf. And 18, Josh Murray. 91, Yasmin Sudic. Haven't you left somebody out in that one?
Don't know.
Where's number 33? I think you forgot to put him in. Mark Ulage. Mark Ulage is number 33. He's in the starting lineup as well. On the bench is Mary Didero, Scott Tunbridge, David Carossi, Jake Monaco, and reserve goalkeeper Vasilis Trifopoulos for MetroStars.
The away team, MetroStars, finishing in 6th this season. In goals, Isaac Carmody, wearing the number 5 today, Timothy Henderson. Your mobile phone's too close to the microphone, Ryan. Rocky Callisto is wearing the number 8. Anthony Solani wears the number 10. 15, Liam Wooding. 17, Matty Dorban. His sister last night just burnt up the pitch.
4 goals.
What a game. What a player.
She's a champion.
Yeah. Number 19, Cooper O'Donnell. Number 22, Hamish Gow. 23, Christian Esposito. Be wanting a lot from him today, MetroStars. 24, Nau Bonada. Number 26, Noel. The first Noel.
Noel.
Yeah, I knew you were going to break out into the song. Bernardo. It's 26, Stephen Carley, the reserves for MetroStars. Cohen Morris. 7, Michael Deloisio, the captain. 14, Dylan Smith. 20, Lewis Benedetti. And the reserve keeper is Jaden Spruitt.
Not forget today's referee is none other than Captain Cook himself.
Captain Cook. He's made a resurrection.
Daniel Cook. His assistant is Ian Crossing and Andrew Kite.
Okay.
They started quickly.
It's good. And we are underway in the elimination final. NPL SA, the final series proudly brought to you by Borrell. And there's no second prize, as Jimmy Barnes would say. And it's MetroStars in the dark strip, kicking to right of screen. Adelaide, Croatia, or the Raiders in the red strip, kicking to left of screen.
So right-hand side of the park, it's over the sideline for a throw-in. To Raiders on that far side. Big hello to Bomber, he's in Perth at the moment. You're watching the game.
Half his luck.
Good on him. They take the throw-in. Michael Acton, cleared here by MetroStars. Noel Bonada on that far side for MetroStars.
Can you hear music in the background?
Yeah, it is music.
Where's that coming from?
Speakers.
Okay. Solania now for MetroStars under a little bit of pressure. Plays the ball to O'Donnell. O'Donnell looks up the line. Dorber's the man. Dorber tried the nutmeg, didn't work. Goes back to O'Donnell. O'Donnell goes inboard. And it's left by Gow for Henderson.
We haven't gone through our tips, boys.
Yep.
I'll go for MetroStars.
And you can't sit on the fence today because there has to be a result. As Raiders under a little bit of pressure, having to defend. They do finally get it out. Zafaridis couldn't win it. And MetroStars come again through Bernarda.
So it's Raiders winning the ball left side of the park. It was number 7, Jackson Walls. Gets pushed down. So Ryan, who are you going for, buddy?
Raiders.
Raiders.
Who'd you go for, Rob?
Metro.
Yeah, I think I'd just with the firepower and the form, I think Metro. But it's going to be tight. This could go all the way.
He's saying MetroStars as well.
This could go all the way, though. This one, Visconti from the halfway line. Switches the play to the far side. One way, then the other. Murray, I think it was, gets fouled. Cleared. Yossef goes wide. Good turn. up the line, Acton, but out of line, but wins a
Very
free.
Clear glass on your side.
That's why I asked for it to be removed.
Yeah, I
so
know,
that's a
it's not
foul.
easy.
A foul conceded by MetroStars, yeah, as I'm doing the stats today for Bomber,
Yep.
who's in Perth.
So free kick to Raiders on the far side.
Sconti,
Sconti?
yes
Yep.
it is, yeah.
We put it into attack. Terence Carter scored a lot of goals this season. They go into attack in towards the penalty box there. Comes out towards Safaridis. Cleared here by Gal. Only as far as Blafari. Visconti was there, but winning the ball is Esposito. He goes short to Liam Wooding. Played a good game last week. Goes in board. Gives a chance for Bernarda. Has a shot just wide of the upright.
Took a deflection. Will be a corner.
Or the post.
I like Bernardo. He's got something about him.
He
It's
has, he has.
He's got a little spark every time. He's a bit robust. He's energetic. He presents. He goes for it. But when he gets a side of goals, he goes for it, and it's great to see.
Acton, the defender there, and the deflection coming off Acton for the corner kick. First one of the afternoon.
Wooding.
Thanks to Green Play Australia.
So Wooding to take this corner to right-footed outswinger. Deep into that 6-yard box. Cleared here, though. Goes on the far side.
Good header by Yossieff, the defender.
So it's a throw in to Stefan Carley for MetroStars. Goes out towards Gow. Hamish Gow is an exciting youngster.
Good to see him start today.
Yep. Henderson tried to win it. Tussling with Carter. In comes Daniel Cook.
Fourth official getting involved there.
Oh, we've got a fourth official today.
Right next to me, Robbie.
What's his name?
Ryan will find out for you, I'm sure.
So anyhow, they go into attack and easily cut out there by Nicholas Munro.
Some other games, Rob. Elimination final, Cumberland and West Torrens Burkalla. Still 0-0 after 40 minutes first half.
That's in the State League 1. As it goes out on the far side, Esposito. Played well last week too, Esposito.
Jeez, he's got two around him just in case.
He's got a couple of goals. There was 2 penalties. Well taken penalties too. Cracked one in the first half as well. Hit the bar. There's a throw-in's taken. Dorber. Cleared here by Raiders. Over the
Sconti.
sideline for a throw-in. Bit of a smoky, I think, Metros. If they can win today's game, I think they'll be in
Go
line
deep
for that
into the
grand
finals,
final.
yeah.
They'll be in
I
line.
agree with you. So throw in now. Carley on the far side for MetroStars. Still 0-0. Wooding gets a nudge in the back. Referee sees it that way, so Raiders concede the foul.
He played well too, Liam Wooding, last week. Great game.
Watch this on replay. No hiding that by Yossieff. Right into the back there of Wooding. He did play very well last week. So Wooding now be with the right foot to swing it into the goal mouth, put pressure on the keeper. Munro. Wooding near the corner flag. MetroStars into attack. Right foot, not a good delivery, not a good clearance. Will be now finally cleared. Or he goes for distance. We get Carmody though, who plays it to Henderson. Almost 6 minutes gone. First half, Henderson goes long. Looking for the run of Bernarda, gets held. Didn't really know where the ball was. Walls doing the defending. Bernarda ends up with it. Tip of the box, takes it to the byline angle against him. And doesn't win a corner. Raiders do well to keep it in and they come out of defence.
So left-hand side of the park, they do clear it. Good switch too. Finding the play there, try and pick him up, but they go into attack, trying to find Carter. It was Murray. Carter couldn't quite get to it. It's MetroStars with the ball. They clear it over the line. Cooper O'Donnell, another youngster. Been in the lineup for the last 3 or 4 weeks. He's been playing well too, Cooper O'Donnell. As it's Jackson Walls. I reckon Jackson Walls had a haircut. I remember him with long hair.
Robbie, that happened around round 3.
Oh, did it? Oh, so we haven't seen them for a while.
It was only a couple of weeks ago you saw.
Oh, that's right. Did he have long hair 2 weeks ago?
Robbie, about round 3, I think
Right.
he cut it off.
Did you take your medication this morning, right?
Yeah, I did.
Are you with us today, Robbie?
I took some of Ryan's.
Could
Always.
say
as
something then,
it goes Nicholas Munro. Right-hand side of the park. Dorber. Can't quite keep it in. Goes over the sideline for a throw-in. So throw into Raiders. Carter.
This man's got a fight today for the Raiders.
He does. Goes to Dorber. Cut out though by Visconti. Almost through that glass.
Imagine that.
Over the sideline for a throw-in.
Yeah, he's a man that's got to play well today, Carter, and Visconti's got to feed him too. Those two very critical in this Raiders lineup. Walls now with a throw-in for the Raiders are into attack. Zafaridis tries to turn, does so, but needs some support. Takes it to the byline, hopes to get the cross, the cutback. Ran out of angle in the end, and that's gone out of play for a goal kick. Needed some help there on that near that byline. Did Oliver Zafaridis. So still 0-0. Elimination final MPLSA. Thanks to Borrell. Live here from the Croatian Sports Centre. No second prize to losers. Season over for 2019 as we make our way to the grand final at Highmarsh Stadium. It's where all these boys want to play. That's their goal at the start of the season. Oh, good aerial challenge there. Play on, says the referee. Gow for MetroStars in defence. Gets a deflection off Murray, wins a throw-in. So well done by Gow. Throw-in now, MetroStars. Gee whiz, wasted. And turns it over cheaply for the Raiders.
It is on the far side. It will be a throw-in. So it'll be a throw-in to Raiders. Acton looking for Sudic over the silo, right in front of our boundary rider, Mr. Marveggio.
He's looking very relaxed out there, isn't he?
Yeah.
God forbid he stands up.
Sudic. No. Cleared here by Metro. In the way,
Blafari,
Captain Blafari. Cleared here by Munro. As it goes out, they're trying to clear it. Raiders are in trouble a little bit, but now they do. Centre of the ground, it was Murray. They go into attack, trying to find Carter. Strongly built Carter.
She outnumbered.
Zafaridis wins it. He has a crack. Oh! Not a bad crack,
Absolutely.
too. And over the crossbar it goes for a goal kick.
It's the first shot in anger for the Raiders, off target. Metros have had one off target as well. But hunting in numbers, Raiders on that occasion. Still 0-0. This elimination final, 2019.
Just on the Facebook page, are you broadcasting Olympic versus Blue Eagles this evening? No, we're not ambidextrous.
What's that mean, Rob?
Got to. We can't do two things at once.
Well done.
Am I right?
I don't know, because
that's what I think.
High foot there. Could have been a free by Visconti. Play on, says the referee, Dorber.
So we're definitely not doing that game.
Yeah, it's a little bit much. It takes us a bit to pack up. And anyway, Carly under pressure to Gow. Gow for MetroStars. Looking for Callisto. Cut out. Good intercept there by Walls. If you've got a comment to make on the Facebook page, Rob's trying to control that.
Yep.
I'll try and keep you up to date with the other elimination finals going on in State League 1 as the throw-in down the line.
Not forgetting this first semi-final, the two-legged final between Campbelltown and Comets. That's at the SA Athletic Stadium.
Now here's a question for you. Do away goals count as double?
Yes, only if the score is equal.
Okay.
So in other words, if you win 1-0 here, like Metro.
Don't even try the permutations.
The scores are going to be equal for
it. Gotcha, for it to count. So
it's only Comets and Campbelltown game that works. Not here.
That's right, of course. Correct. When's the second leg of this elimination final, Rob? So from the throw-in Gow, MetroStars into attack. Grandstand side. Ordinary touch by Dorber, turns it over. Raiders get out of danger, but momentarily. It's headed in. Here's a chance. Bernarda on the turn shoots. Didn't have the venom he would have liked. And that was on target and had to be saved.
So it's cleared. Big long clearance too. Keeper to keeper just about. It was. It's Isaac Carmody.
The wind's definitely blowing that way, so to screen, the wind is blowing right to
the
left.
linesman's flag.
Would it be fair to say, Ryan, Metros have some adjusting to do after they play on that beautiful synthetic surface. Maybe a little bit of the unevenness of this ground where the Raiders will adapt easier.
100%.
They've played there for the last 5 or 6 weeks too, haven't they?
So they're going to have to adapt to the conditions, Metro. Under pressure, Acton. The twos go at it. Gow, 22. Callisto being held by Gow. By Acton, sorry. Went back to Gow. Henderson now should tidy up. Puts Solania under a little bit of pressure. Has an airy. Turns it over, but just in enough on it. But gee whiz, Carmen, he was looking maybe for a change of underwear with that back pass. And Carter, good pressure applied. Look at this, an awkward slip. That's what I just spoke about, adapting to these conditions of the uneven surface compared to playing on the carpet.
Well, due to Barbera being sent off, they've opted for Gow in the midfield, haven't they? Instead of Delosio going back.
It's not a bad replacement.
Yeah. Delosio coming back from injury as well. He's on the bench. So it is with the Raiders. Sudic goes short. Visconti. Wolves. Goes to Zafarias, back to Visconti. Knows how to crack him. Gee, good, nice cut back, but cleared here by Solania. Wooding looking for Bernarda. Back to Solania again. Playing keepies off at the moment. Goes to Callisto. Callisto with the ball right hand side of the park to Dorba. Dorba goes inboard. Nice ball back to Callisto. But working back hard is the Yusuf. Try to go to Bernarda. And I think they've won themselves a corner kick.
Throw in.
Throw in, is it?
Yep.
Okay.
So throw in to the MetroStars near their attacking corner flag. Cooper O'Donnell coming across to take it. Still no goals as you can see on screen. 14 minutes almost gone on the Green Play Australia time clock. O'Donnell gets the cup back but cleared by Yossiev. Carter the target man. Gee, Solania urgency first to the ball. See, this is where I like Daniel Cook as a referee. Great explanation, cool, calm head. One of the top referees here in South Australia, without a doubt. Has he got the A-League badge yet?
Not yet.
Carter from the throw-in. Dorba, turnover. Visconti, prominent early. And Walls making sure of it in defence for the Raiders.
Marcus Sosa from Facebook
Oh,
page.
that was hard. And that's not in Rocco's
That's a yellow card.
repertoire. He is going to get a yellow card. Let's have a look at it on replay. It's not in Rocky's repertoire. He does receive the yellow card. Let's see this on replay.
I think he was trying to apologise.
Oh, absolutely. This is not Rocco's style. Oh, late. Gee.
Studs up?
No, I
No.
thought free kick maybe at best, but I'm not the referee. He might have clipped his boot, but anyway.
Sometimes the sound.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
the studs are up. Definitely. Did you see that?
No.
Well, your blinders on.
He's got Tony's glasses on.
I reckon. A cut back there.
Smallest man in the box.
It's a chance
got the
for
header on it.
MetroStars. You might have to do a referee's course too, Paul. Get you up to date on how to referee. He's just looking at me.
Touche.
So the big long clearance here by Nicholas Munro. Once again, all the way to the opposite keeper in Isaac Carmody.
He releases to Carley on the far side for MetroStars. Still 0-0. Rocco Visconti, the recipient of a yellow card. It's only the second foul by Metros this afternoon, thanks to Green Play Australia. A long searching ball forward, ill-directed. Ulage leaves it for the keeper, who hacks the ball to the grandstand side. Good control. Zafaridis tried the nutmeg, didn't come off.
Good to see a youngster getting a starting berth. Ulage, apparently from the under 18s, playing in the stopper position due to Van Dommel being sent off last week.
Free kick.
Free kick. As I was just saying, Marcus Souza, better be an entertaining game. It's 2 a.m. here in Toronto.
Well, so far so good. It's been end-to-end. Henderson now for MetroStars to the far side, Carley. Maury gave him some pressure. Esposito comes to clean up. Maury again being a nuisance. Esposito to Gow. Goes back to Solania. Solania now comes grandstand side to O'Donnell. Dorba giving him a run. That's the way it goes. But in the way And good work by Walls. Shielded. He's turned it over. O'Donnell. And Zafaridis makes sure of it.
So over the sideline it is. It'll be a throw in. Cooper O'Donnell quickly takes it. Finding Wooding. Wooding trying to get to the line. Cuts it to Dorber. Dorber with a cross there. Chance for Esposito. Should have done better. Could have done better. But over the crossbar it goes.
Just watching on the replay. Very hard. He did well to get that high, to be in fairness to Christian. But
yeah, once he got there, though.
Yeah, he probably would have wanted to do better himself. But that's second goal attempt off target for the Metro Stars. They've had one on target, two off target. Raiders have only had one shot off target.
Daniel Dawson watching from Japan. Mike Smith watching from Florence.
Gee, well, that's the world wide
and
web.
watching from Saudi Arabia is Daniel Ilul.
Beautiful.
Wow.
It's the World Wide Web, my friend. Don't worry about Channel 7, 9 and 10.
Big hello to everybody.
Absolutely. And kudos to you guys waking up with the time difference. That's dedication. So Metro Stars with a throw-in. Struggling a little bit with the pitch at the moment. Raiders adapting better when they break. And here's a chance now for the Metro Stars. Bernardo goes wide. Esposito in the box. Angle against him and blazes well over the bar. And another wasted opportunity.
You saw his name in lights there.
Yep. And maybe the lights from the light tower, because that's almost how high it went.
These are elimination finals, boys, and these are the chances you got to take.
Yeah, 100%.
You don't have many chances in these tight battles, and this is what the first 20 minutes has been, tight battle. Get an opportunity like that, Esposito, you'd be saying that ball would be at least minimum
Make the
testing
keeper work. Yeah, absolutely right.
But the ball probably bobbled a little bit on the screen.
I don't know. Carter gets ahead on it. Zafaridis gives chase.
And their own ground, it would have probably gone on the back of the net.
I don't know about that.
It goes, it'll be a goal kick, be taken here by Carmody.
Still no goals in the other games at the moment. Comets 0-0 with Campbelltown. It's over 2 legs. Olympic and Blue Eagles later on this afternoon or this evening. And Cumberland still 0-0 with West Torrens Berkala and Sturtline 0-0 with Modbury Jets. Last night, Western Strikers knocked out White City in the promotion race.
So it goes out Raiders. In the way they Gow.
Oh, Callisto,
he's going to crack it from there. Oh, I tell you what, if that was online, it would have been trouble for...
And again, good refereeing. Watch
Carmody.
this on the replay. Referee played advantage. Callisto holding back Visconti, obviously, and right in front of the ref, but he played advantage. Some refs are just too quick to blow the whistle, Rob, sometimes.
As it goes to Carmody. Metro Stars holds up in the breeze. Up went Esposito. Ambassador Youssef was there. Callisto and Visconti. He's on song today, Visconti. He's going in strong. Esposito trying to control the ball. Goes down, still wins it. Does well. Wins himself a free kick. Quickly taken here by Callisto to Gow. Gow with the ball. Switches play. Not a good switch though. Goes backwards. Has to go and retrieve it, Bernardo.
Carly,
sorry. Liam Wooding loses out. Can't keep their footing. Goes all the way back to Carmody.
So Carmody releases Solania. Almost 21 minutes gone this first half. NPL SA elimination final thanks to Borrell. And no goals to report, but entertaining. 4 goal attempts by Metro Stars, 2 by the Raiders.
Joseph Rosatano watching from Bolivia.
Is there anyone watching in Australia, Rob? Just quietly.
I don't think so.
So Solania looks up. A lot of movement. He'll go short. Bernardo finds Callisto, who has a shot from distance, but she
doesn't
didn't
score
connect.
much, doesn't he?
And you could probably see why. So a little Rocky Callisto there, off target. Didn't connect as sweetly as he would have. So these conditions, Ryan, playing a bit of havoc for the players, you think, at ground level?
The wind a little bit, but the pitch definitely for Metro Stars. Robbie, that's a good pickup. It's just a little incident happened here with Liam Wooding, and he was struggling to control the ball when it bobbled up on him. And I think Metro Stars are trying to get used to these conditions, but it is quite difficult.
So it goes out to Gow, centre of the ground. Yusuf sends it to Carter. Also there was Oliver Zafaridis. Straight to Carmody though. He throws it out to Henderson. He goes to Carly. Carly looking for Liam Wooding. But again, Raiders trying to get to it. Well, good work there by Callisto.
Jeez, he's been good
Wins
too.
the hard ball, which is good to see. Bernardo trying to find Dorber. Once again, it's cut out by Raiders. Right-hand side of the park. Good work by Maury. Hasn't been in fantastic form for Raiders of late. Started the season with a house on fire, didn't he?
Gee, both these two teams look switched on today, and I suppose if they're ever going to be switched on, it'd be in an elimination final, but both teams very eager for the ball. And as you said about Maury, today looks he switched on. Receives from the throw-in. Maury to Acton, crosses it into the box, headed away. Esposito deep helping his defenders. They'll come out of defence through Gow, Metro Stars. Up the line, Bernardo lays it off to Wooding. Wooding goes, off the side of his boot. He's looking for Dorber, but it's about gone onto the other side of the pitch. That'll be a throw-in to the Raiders, who've had 2 goal attempts to Metro Stars 6, thanks to Green Play Australia. And if we can't get a result after 90 minutes, it goes to extra time, and then it goes to the dreaded penalty shootout.
So a free kick, I think, there for Raiders on that far side. So they go inboard. Ulage, youngster, goes out to Walls. Not a good ball straight to Solania. He just heads it up in the air to no one in particular. Over the sideline once again, a throw in. Raiders quickly take it. Walls looking down the line. Zafaridis was there. Try to get the cross there. Cut out there by Henderson. And it'll be over the sideline, I think. It'll be another throw in to Walls. You look for movement. Goes short to Zafaridis. Back to Walls. To Maury. Maury tries the pirouette. Didn't work. Visconti wins it. He's going to crack it. Does so, but over the crossbar it goes. So how many shots at goal there for the Raiders there, Paul?
Raiders, 3 goal attempts, all off target.
All off target. Jordan Klingsman, watching from Perth. Got one eye on this game and one eye on the NPL New South Wales preliminary final.
He's got the split screen TV.
As it goes on that far side, Raiders with the ball. All the way back to the keeper. Munro switches play. Zafaridis got his head to it, only as far as Solania. Solania looks up.
Poor old Carter very isolated up front by himself.
He'll switch play. Long switch to
Beautiful control.
control there by Esposito. Goes inside the box, looking for a shot. Lays it off, though. It's cleared here by Raiders.
Lafari.
Goes out to Maury. To Acton. Back to Maury it goes. Tries to go back to Acton. Didn't work. Still Raiders, though, with the ball. Going to be easily taken there by Henderson. All the way back to his keeper in Carmody.
Carmody releases. O'Donnell, grandstand side. He centres it to Solania. Just hacks the ball forward. Hoping for someone to get on it, and Bernardo does. Woolage hot on his hammer, but Bernardo beats him, so now it's Bernardo taking it to the byline with a right. Who's there to meet at Acton for the Raiders?
There you are.
Callisto was lurking, though. And O'Donnell will take 2 for Metro Stars.
Goes in towards Gow. Gow looking for the eye of the needle. Trying to get towards Liam Wooding. Cleared here by Raiders. Under the pump at the moment, the Raiders. Goes to Cooper O'Donnell. Loses out those Zafaridis to Carter. Not a good ball by Carter. Straight to Gow. Goes to Callisto. Goes all the way back to Henderson. They're trying to get something going, Metro. Henderson, again, trying to get through to the middle there. Cleared only as far as O'Donnell. O'Donnell settles down. Goes to Henderson.
Oof.
Big, long ball. Easily cut out there by Raiders. Over the sideline it goes. Glenn Gate enjoying the commentary better than Tyler and Neville in the UK. Watching from, watching
Mark
from
Tyler.
Blackpool.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Mark
Jacob
Tyler.
Scutella watching from the stands. Don't have the best view, so I have to watch this.
He's in the stand. He's got the best view in the house as Esposito gets the ball into the box. Dorber gives chase. Acton hot on his hammer. Dorber, a little bit of dancing on the far side. On his right, gets pressured. And well done by Acton, turns it over. The ball now with Visconti in the middle of the park. He goes long. Carter very isolated, but gets onto it in the end. He's got the speed. Angle against him. And Solania, great defending son, comes away with the ball for the Metro Stars under immense pressure from Carter.
So it goes to Goss. Goss left that side of the park.
The door.
Who's looking?
The door.
Dorber's there.
Oh,
What was that, a shot?
oh I don't know.
I think it was a pass. His dad's actually watching from UK. Peter Dorber watching in Liverpool, UK.
Well, Peter, your daughter last night
Ooh, she was
played an
sensational.
exceptional game in the women's grand final, or cup final, I should say.
Luke Kazini watching from Ukraine. Are they all
Kazini, that rings a bell. And if Peter is his father,
So they go into attack. It's a chance for Raiders. Ooh,
Sudic.
could have done better. Skewed off his head, didn't it?
In Liverpool. Gee, they've got a big game against Arsenal, I think, this weekend.
So throw into Metro Stars. Carly will take it. So had a pretty good season, Stephen Carly. Goes out towards Matty Dorber. Callisto, he's been good. Gal, but the Raiders through Yosef was there. Loses out. Goes to Bonata. Noel Bonata finds Dorber. He's a chance, but they just can't control it on this pitch. And it goes all the way back to the keeper there in Nicholas Munro.
Munro clears now to the far side. Murray gets his head on it, so does Gal. Eventually comes down to feet. Referee's seen an infringement going against Metro Stars. That's their fourth of the afternoon. Conceded, thanks to Green Play Australia. Sudic gets on with it to Zafaridis. Lays it off to Visconti. Plays it wide to Walls, who ran out of line in the end. And that'll be a goal kick to Metro
Anything
Stars.
happening on the far side, Ryan? Very quiet.
Between the coaches?
Yeah.
No, not really. Just they're really concentrated on their teams. Robbie's got a few things to say, and Nicky Guzman actually doesn't really have much to say. So, no, it's just two teams going at each other. It's really toe-to-toe at the moment.
So there's Metro Stars, Solana in the back lines. As they go into attack, holds up in the breeze. Good header out there by Captain Blafari. Ends up with the Zafaridis. Carter working hard. We won't be able to keep that one in.
No.
That goes over the sideline for a throw-in.
Still no goals. Comets in Campbelltown, Cumberland and West Torrens Becalla, and Sturtline Modbury Jets. All 0-0.
All locked up.
Yeah.
Pressure of the finals.
Yeah, same 0-0 here, actually. There's no goals this Saturday afternoon in finals in South Australia, in the NPL.
So it is a throw-in. Raiders, Zafaridis, looking for some movement. So they go in towards the box. Carter got his back headed to it. There's all a sea of Metro Stars there. Comes out though, Raiders. Ends up with Dorber, Matty Dorber. No one there to help him. Has to go on his own.
Touch.
Yep. Likes to run with it and sends it over the sideline is Michael Acton, as Dorber has a look at his leg.
Okay.
Something's wrong with it. Throw in, taken, goes to Gal. Gal for Metro Stars. Sends it to Solana. Solana looks up. Again, they're trying to go through that middle, aren't they? Trying to get the gap through there as Metro Stars. Henderson goes down. Thought it might have been a free kick, but Yusuf sends it right-hand side. Sudic is there. Goes short to Maury. Maury back to Sudic. Cleared here by Gal over the sideline for a throw-in. Watching from Auckland, New Zealand, Antonia Alexandru. Raf Stawicki watching from Luke Kazini's house, also in Ukraine.
Fantastic.
Everyone's watching.
Yeah. Well, not everyone, Rob. How many billion people on Earth?
Oh, well.
A lot of people watching the local game. That's good. That's good. Carter, Acton, out of play. I wonder where the interest comes from. They must have there must be an association with someone here in Adelaide, obviously.
Yeah, you always, if you're on Facebook page of the Federation, it always comes up.
Yeah, but you've got to have an interest to
and
watch
they've got
it.
thousands and thousands of people that on their Facebook page.
So Wooding, Carley goes long, but there's no one up front for Metro at the moment. Ulage has to go back to his keeper. Bouncing, bobbling ball, but deals with it. There's Munro, only as far as Solania. Gow. O'Donnell, halfway line, Metro Stars. Still 0-0. No goals across the finals here in South Australia at the moment. Esposito wins a throw-in.
Well, 14,153 they've got on their Facebook page, the Federation.
14,000.
So they'll all get the link.
Yeah, but for someone to watch it overseas, there must be an affiliation with someone here in Adelaide. You know, Relly, cousin, blah, blah, blah. Whoa! That's hit the camera. And how's Chappie? His thing has just leaned forward. Or is that the way it's supposed to go?
That's the way it's supposed to go.
Okay. Expensive equipment up there. We need
something fell.
His phone. So Carter from the throw-in. Walls pumps it into the box. Carley deals with it. Acton down the feet. Callisto been prominent. Plays Dorber in. Dorber now goes for a run. Angle against him. He tried to cut it back inboard and Blafari read it best. Clears to Maury. Raiders now. Can they come? Oh! Hard challenge. Fair from here, Ryan. You were closer. How did you see that?
I might say it after everybody's cleared me. I don't think it was too intense. I don't think he had any malice behind it. I think he'd lost his footing a little bit. He slid in, but unfortunately, Josh Murray was down and just sort of hit him in the head. Yeah, knocked him to the head. But there wasn't really any malice or intention to hurt behind it. So I'd be the fourth official saying something. But I reckon...
I was going to see it again close up.
That'll be a yellow card.
You explained it correctly. He did lose his footing a bit, and Wooding really just going for the ball, and
momentum hit his face.
So just a free kick. Yeah, I heard that from the fourth official, and good refereeing. No malice in that whatsoever. But that's the fifth foul conceded by Metro Stars this half.
So a big free kick there by Visconti looking for Zafaridis. Headed out there by Wooding. Again, Visconti's been prominent. Ulage. Youngster goes to Walls.
It's well built. How old did you say he was?
He's come from the under 18s, I think. That's what someone,
solid
one of the
young lad.
told me. As it is Visconti.
Oh, good footwork.
Loses out though. Bonada. Goes over the sideline in front of our commentary position here at the Croatian Sports Centre.
There's young Joe down there with the camera. Joe Anko.
Is it? I thought it's the other guy there. It's not Joe Janko, is it?
Joe Janko, I think it is.
It sure is Joe Janko. The other guy's Adam Butler.
Or it's also a song by the Little River Band. The other guy.
The other guy. As it goes to Gow.
Oh, cleaned up late.
Late tackle.
Yeah, that was even a upper.
Referee.
Fourth foul conceded by Raiders this half, thanks to Green Play Australia.
Only one yellow card.
Yep.
Went to Visconti, the Raiders. This goes to Matty Dorber. Goes over the sideline. Struggled to make the first 11 for a while, Dorber, but has played there in the last 3 or 4. It's done well. Goes to Wooding. Left side of the park. Cut back. Chance from Metro Stars. Cleared though. They'll do clear it through Visconti. Looking for Carter.
Oh,
Henderson.
Interesting back pass.
I thought it was going the other way.
Whiz.
And that went over the goal line for a corner kick.
There's a blooper for you. That chance fell to Visconti in the box there for Metro Stars. Had it fallen to Esposito, it could have been a different outcome. Not to be. So a corner to the Raiders.
While you're taking this corner, Mark Darrington, also watching from Bolivia, had to walk through 3 villages to get to Joseph Rosatano's house, which provides Wi-Fi, but this match is worth it.
Oh, classic.
That is classic. As the corner kick is taken here by Raiders, they swing it in, chance for Ulage. Went in there. And taken here by Carmody. Not a good throw though. Kept in though. Goes to Esposito. Solana. Doubles back. Goes to Henderson. Henderson with the ball. Timothy Henderson. Wooding. Carly. Trying to go back to Wooding. Gets there though. Goes short to Callisto. Trying to find an opening, MetroStars. Cooper O'Donnell's on the right-hand side, but he sends it towards Esposito. Can he keep it in? Almost a handball there,
well
but
done.
he goes down.
Goal kick.
Nothing into that one.
Yep.
Goal kick.
Esposito made an ordinary ball look good. He's just got a skill level above, hasn't he, that lad?
Starting to get funny on the Facebook page.
Uh-oh.
Watching from Jim Callis's house, and that's Alexander Callis. Watching from his dad's house.
So Carter's down in the middle of the park for the
Leave
Raiders.
the comedy to me.
To Jimbo or you?
No.
Oh, to Rob. Leave the comedy to Rob.
Not Alexander.
Well, Carter just getting some treatment there. What's that, Ryan? Hamstring? Groin? What are we looking at there?
Yeah, stretching like that, it's more your hamstring, but
Also Anna Blazika watching from Croatia. Watching her beloved Croatian team. Had a great season, haven't they?
They have newly
Could have ended up
promoted.
second, could have got the double chance, but just missed out.
Look, as we saw at the start of this broadcast, 4 points separating four teams, 5 teams.
Second-
1, 2,
second-
3, 4,
second-
5
second,
teams.
yeah.
5 teams separated by 4 points in this top 6. So a very open final series. And Campbelltown, not in the hottest of forms. They lost 5 games this season, so it's going to be a very open finals affair.
Centre of the ground, over the centre of the ground it goes. Up went Carly, good header. Trying to find Dorber Acton. Been injured most of the season, Michael Acton. Looks good. Goes to run, loves to gallop. Cut out though by MetroStars. Dorber again. He does a pirouette. Goes to Gow. Gow with the ball. Trying to go one way then the other. Good youngster. Left
ball.
side, good ball. Is that Bernardo?
Yep.
It is. Bernardo with the ball. Trying to find Esposito. Esposito! That's a goal! It's a goal to MetroStars. And they take the lead. It's 1-0 to MetroStars. Good bit of play.
Absolutely good lead-up play. Beautiful through ball. I don't know how far back we're going to go on this replay, but it did start almost in their own half. And, Bernardo had
Credit
a lot
to
to
Bernardo,
do.
yep.
Esposito there with a congested 6-yard box. I thought it was going to run over his or behind his feet, just very casual in his celebration. A lot of work to do, a lot of pressure, and puts the ball in the back of the net for the MetroStars. There you go.
The kids
Arms
behind the
folded,
goals.
and just here we are, 1-0.
great little ball there by Hamish Gow, though. He likes finding those little gaps, and he found that very nicely to Bernardo, who nicely cut that ball across the box. Defenders hate those balls across the box when you're running against the play or back from play. You got 2 things in mind.
Well, that's the first goal of the afternoon in our final series across the 4 games this afternoon. Still Comets 0-0 with Campbelltown. Cumberland 0-0 with West Torrens Burkalla, and 0-0 Sturt Line Modbury Jets. So the first goal of the afternoon in the finals campaign here in South Australia. And of course this elimination final thanks to Borrell.
So throw into Walls. Raiders, they'll certainly come back into this game. They're a good unit. As Carter takes the throw, looking for Maury, but it's cut out. Sudic goes all the way back to his captain in Blafari. Blafari, it's cut out there by Gow. Well done, Visconti.
Esposito high foot.
But geez, a nice looking shot.
That's a great shot.
There by Yusuf.
It was on target, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Have a look at the replay, Paul. Quite a powerful
could
shot.
have been
It was
a
just
foul there.
well timed, wasn't it?
Yeah. From distance, so that's a good 35 to 40 out. Whoa, that's gone in. Well done. That's a save. Carmody's first save of the afternoon, and Raiders' first goal attempt on target.
Up in here, goes right in the centre of the ground. Yusuf did well. Carter got to the ball, looking for support. He's got 2 players on him,
He needs someone closer to him.
Referee sees an infringement. Free kick to Raiders.
Yeah, I think Carter's very isolated today.
So left side of the park, they go into attack. Headed out though.
Carly had to get there. Blimey.
Out
The la-
for a corner kick.
The last few times we've watched Raiders against Croydon and Comets, their formation really isolates Carter. When things aren't going their way, he's really isolated and they struggle getting forward.
Yeah, I think Murray's a bit too wide. I'd bring him a little bit closer to Carter. I'll let Acton do a bit more work, as Visconti now has some work to do with his corner kick. Left foot in swinger. Fairly deep. Zafaridis, gee, too many legs in the way. Very optimistic with that opportunity. And O'Donnell gets dumped after proceedings and wins a free kick. So that's the 5th foul conceded by the Raiders this afternoon, thanks to Green Play Australia.
So free kick to Metro Stars. Keeper will take it. Play just over 43 minutes approaching. Not forgetting today's match of the round is brought to you by Boral. For all your pavers, I suppose.
One of Australia's
Paving needs.
largest building companies.
As it goes over the sideline, it does. Throw in. Metro Stars. Don't know where they picked up. They picked up this Bonata from West Adelaide, I think.
Correct.
But he's been good since he's been here with Metro.
He's in the final series in his former sides in the State League.
Exactly. Goes short. Good pick up as it goes out to Esposito. And remembering they've got some good players, Metro's on the bench as well. Dylan Smith, Michael Delosio, Colin Moz. It's a great squad. Still a couple of players out too.
Barbiero's got to come back in.
Yeah. I don't know how many games you got though. Did you find out? You might have got a couple.
I'm not Mr. Football.
Good comeback.
I'll find out for you.
Oh, even better.
Over the sideline it goes for a throw-in.
So Yossiev with that clearance to the far side, who just moments ago had a great shot on target for the Raiders. They trail 1-0 at the moment to Metro Stars. These two teams only separated by 2 points in the season proper. Raiders scoring 44 goals and Metro's 46, so very evenly matched teams. So throw in now, Raiders far side. Carter looks like he's recovered. Murray to Acton. It's fairly tight. It's just hacked away. Zafaridis, the recipient of that. Crosses. Carter's in there, but too close to the... Oh, he's just taken out the keeper. Fair bump, did you say, Rob? Did you say fair bump?
Fair bump. He didn't get the free kick, did he?
You won't be refereeing anytime soon, mate. Let's have a look at this as a fair bump. Right. I've just taken your referee licence away for that particular decision. Look at that.
Yeah,
if that's fair...
Elbow up. My reportable offence.
Okay. So now at the other end, Bernarda and Blafari, the Bees are going at it. And it'll be Yossiev to clear for the Raiders. Only as far as Henderson, who plays it to Gal. So Metro's come again through Esposito. Turns nicely, tries a chip through. But Wooding will still get the benefit of that deflection. He crosses into the box. Who's there to meet it? Acton. Clears only as far as Esposito. Volleys to the far side. To the corner flag.
Nearly got it.
Now, that's half time. 30 seconds of extra time there. Now, did I put that as a goal attempt? Because that was horrible. I think it has to be.
Probably. He tried to shoot.
Horribly off target. Who have you got, Robbie? Ryan?
Boys, I've just got here Robbie Saraceno here quickly. Good first half?
Scrappy, I think scrappy for both teams. Conditions aren't helping it, but yeah, look, overall, pretty pleased with the effort so far from my guys.
Conditions, pitch, you guys are struggling to adapt to it?
I think it's both teams. I think it's not kind to football, that's for sure. It's it's not a pitch you can play some really beautiful football, which we're a team that likes to play. But look, we just adapt to it. We just got to get through it. Both teams in the same position.
Good luck second half.
So that's Robbie Saraceno, the coach there of the leading team. Metro Stars 1 over the Raiders 0, and the goal coming through Christian Esposito in the 40th minute. And I'll just go through some half-time stats with the Raiders having 4 attempts on goal. 4 attempts on 4 goal attempts, 3 off target, 1 on target, and the Metro Stars had 6 goal attempts and 5 of those off target, 1 on target. 1 save apiece to each keeper. Fouls conceded, the Raiders conceded 6 fouls, and so did Metro Stars at half, and they both had a corner each. How did you see that first half, Ryan?
I agree with Robbie. It was scrappy. both teams in elimination final, the first 20 minutes they're going toe-to-toe with each other, trying to suss each other out. A few hard tackles. Pitch is quite difficult walking across it during that half-time interval there. It is quite bumpy, so both teams are really trying to play football, but it's really been difficult. The wind is not playing a factor, but will it help MetroStars in the second half? B to C. At the moment, Raiders, I don't see them getting any goals. I see a lucky goal maybe, but nothing creative, nothing through their structures or systems. So if MetroStars can hold tight in the second half, I think it's their game.
And they've got the breeze as well, haven't they? So
correct.
Strong breeze. So.
NPLSA, the final, the elimination final here in South Australia. Rob, Borrell, thanks to Borrell, no second prize, and there's been a goal, has there, around the grounds? What can you tell me?
I just got the message now
Yes,
that
there has
Barbera
been.
got 2 weeks.
Ah, Mr. Football.
Mr. Football comes up with the goods again. I'm coming for you, Robbie, to find out those 2 big secrets you're going to tell me now.
Well, I'll tell you.
Is this
but you won't say anything, will you?
No.
Yeah, okay.
Is this an elimination final, Cumberland and West Torrens Berkala? Yeah?
Yes.
So
that's
Berkala,
elimination.
West Torrens Berkala leading at half-time 1-0. In fact, well into the second half, I should say. West Torrens Berkala leading 1-0 over Cumberland. Sturt Lions still 0-0 with
Well, they
Modbury
started
Jets.
their game at 2:30.
Yeah. And here, of course, it's MetroStars 1-0 over the Raiders. And whoop, there's been a red card. A red card. Berkala down to 10 men. That was quick.
Mbarga's playing down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Berkala.
that's
Remember
good.
Mbarga?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
Calvin.
That's
Calvin
it. Played
now,
with
Mbarga.
Played with Campbelltown, played with Blue Eagles, played with a few clubs.
So the Burks are 1-0 up over Cumberland, but they are down to 10 men. About 70 minutes gone in that game, and here MetroStars lead 1-0 over the Raiders. We'll take a short break and come back with the second half from the Croatian Sports Centre.
So why do RAA members enjoy that winning feeling?
Well, because having access to a range of trusted products gives them peace of mind. And the more RAA products they have, the more they save. And they get discounts at a huge range of events and retail partners. And they feel good about RAA community programs and sponsorships.
You guys don't miss a thing, do you?
It's all part of how we do more for our members and for South Australia.
controls.
If I was on Mulgundawa Road, where would I be?
Murray Bridge.
Roxby Road?
Port Lincoln.
Tolna Road?
Mount Gambier or Compton.
How?
RAA Road Service Patrols no South Australian roads because we're South Australians. And there's more than 350 of us.
What about the road to Ship Creek?
There's no Ship Creek in South Australia. You get more. Buy or upgrade today.
Yes, welcome back to the Croatian Sports Centre. It's the NPL South Australia. It's the final series, proudly brought to you by Boral. It's elimination final day today from the Croatian Sports Centre, and the Raiders are trailing MetroStars 1-0 at the moment. There we are, our matchday sponsor, Boral. And, well, we had a bit of a discussion half-time. Rob, do you think Raiders can come back? A few of the boys seem to think they're not seeing too much from the Raiders.
Yeah, against a breeze in the second half might... Because the ball has to be played on the ground, I suppose. That could be a better playing team. Yeah, they haven't won many games here at home. Just speaking to a few of the people downstairs. It's going to be hard for them. But,
is that the wind down there, Ryan?
Sure is, boys.
We've seen them come back in the past.
Just hearing that on Ryan's microphone, that must be pretty strong down there.
It's getting stronger now, boys. It's getting stronger. It might give MetroStars some advantage in the second half. Raiders didn't really use it to the best of its use, but it is very cold down here. Not just is it windy, it is icy down here.
Yusuf was the only one that had a crack, didn't he? But it was just a nice, easy shot, wasn't it?
Well, in fairness, both teams only had one shot on target.
No, I'm saying with the breeze.
Oh, with the breeze, yeah.
With the breeze,
yeah.
Because you need to crack them with the breeze.
Funny about what you say at home, Rob. The Raiders v MetroStars at home, 11 times they've played, 2 wins, 1 draw and 8 losses. So MetroStars have a good record here at Croatian Sports Centre.
Yeah, they certainly have a good record here at the Croatian Sports Centre. I think they won 1-0. Was that the last game they played against each other?
The last game they played, the Raiders won 2-0 at Metro's home ground.
Metro's.
Here, Metro's won 1-0.
In the dying seconds, yes, of that game. The other games, the Campbelltown and Comet, it's 0-0. So that's a 2-legged final in that one. And not forgetting the Blue Eagles up against Olympic at 6 p.m. down at the Velo Stadium. That'll be an interesting game as well. That's a knockout as well, so it'll be interesting.
And Cumberland still trailing West Torrens Berkala 1-0. 78 minutes gone there. West Torrens Berkala down to 10 men. And
so the winner of that will play Western Strikers.
That's correct.
Because Western Strikers beat White City last night.
Yep. Gee, who would have picked that? I thought White City were a good thing for promotion this year. But
they've got a lot of good players in that squad too.
Not to be. So let's have a look at the Raiders. Where can they get inspiration from? Carter very isolated up front. I think Maury's got to come and play a little bit.
Tunbridge plays well when he comes on.
He gave him that spark a couple of weeks ago down at Polonia Reserve, so he might come on, be that sort of X-Factor. Monaco's
that's true.
Still on the bench.
Monaco, yep.
So there's still a couple of good players still to come on if needed, but I think it's not down to the individual. I personally think it's down to the structure. I think the way they're set up, they're too heavily rely on maybe just allowing Carter to hold the ball up, and the midfielders aren't breaking the lines.
So is that's why I'd like to see Maury play a little bit closer to Carter. And
yeah, I agree. I think it's time to go 4-4-2 or add in like that number 10 really close up to Carter, because Carter plays at number 9. Switch it up a little bit. That's what I would do if I was manager.
These teams very evenly matched in the season proper. Even the stats today very evenly matched. They're both conceding 6 fouls, both having 1 corner, both having 1 save. So can we separate? And it's only 1 goal separating these 2 teams. So it's definitely not out of the Raiders' grasp yet. And well, they can get a goal, maybe push it to extra time, or they can maybe steal a couple and take the game away from MetroStars. It's all about to unveil in front of us, as Metro's now in their dark strip will kick to left of screen, and the Raiders in their red strip with the white shorts will be going to right of screen. And Daniel Cook, our referee, our match official today, doing a splendid job in the middle.
Peter White, our camera guy, is watching the game as well. Keep up the good work, boys. Have one of those cold Croatian beers for me.
We've had pre-match beers. White, Peter White. They're very hospitable here. And even a bit of a snack at the start. Nice, ceviche roll. See, Pete, what you're missing out on, mate.
So the big long throw there by Carmody, finding Carly. Stefan Carly controls it, tussling there with Maury. Did well. Try the 1-2 with Esposito. Still going into attack is MetroStars. It goes down. It is a penalty. Straight away in the first minute of the game, a penalty to MetroStars.
So you could almost see that coming. We'll see this on the replay. There was not too much the defender could do but pull out of the challenge. But let's have a look at this. As okay, it's into the box there. Wooding coming across. Acton there. That's your foul. But, gee, what does he do?
Leave it a yellow?
I don't know. I don't think I saw a yellow brandish.
No card flashed as of yet.
So, again, this is the close-up replay. You'll see Acton was the culprit. That's Carly going at it. Now, Acton just maybe a trailing leg there. And Oulage is protesting. But it wasn't him that caused the foul.
This is interesting. Bernardo's taken it. Esposito took 2 last week, got them both. What do you reckon?
I don't know. So Metro's now. Bernardo to step up with that powerful left foot. Can he put Metro's 2-0 up? Yes, he can. Right in the back of the, very good penalty.
They know to take him, don't they, Metro?
Absolutely.
I reckon in penalty shootout, they'll be favourites to take that if we went to one.
Well, I don't think they'd really want to get to one, but Bernardo very happy with that. And Metros go 2-0 up in the blink of an eye at the start of their second half. Early penalty conceded. Bernardo just is a very well taken penalty as we watch on the replay. Powerful left foot, top right hand corner. Gave the keeper Munro no chance. So
now
this will test the character of the Raiders. There's no doubt about that.
It's on the Facebook page. Paul Mbui. Where is Omari from Raiders? He's on the bench. Omari Didiro. He's on the bench for the Raiders, so maybe they'll put him on.
Tunbridge has just run past me, boys.
That was a killer blow, wasn't it? First minute of the game, conceding another goal. So MetroStars are leading 2-0 here at the Croatian Sports Centre. That's thanks to Green Play Australia. As Esposito wins the ball, goes down and wins himself a free kick.
They've got to be careful now. The Raiders are just the frustration leading to silly fouls. They've got to keep their head now. Very crucial time.
Quickly taken free kick, right-hand side of the park. Dorber's there. Trying to get to it. It's cleared. Metro's on fire at the moment. Callisto goes back towards the play. That's Cooper O'Donnell. Cleared though.
Look at that. No one within a bull's roar of Carter.
It's Carly. Carly raking left foot. Not a good one. Just a clearance over the sideline for a throw-in.
Gee, I like the ink on young Murray's arm there. He's got a thing of Jesus on the side there, looks like.
He's got a bit of ink, young Murray, on both arms.
Looks nice.
Boys, the two players have been told to warm up down from Raiders, Monaco and Tunbridge, so expect a double substitution coming up very shortly.
Well, it's an elimination final. You might as well throw at the dice as Murray tries to get it forward. Henderson off the side of the boot. Now it's Walls on the far side, giving chase. Geez, bobbled in front of him. Could have been handball. Play on, says the referee. Dorber chips. Bernardo tried to be fancy. Acton just does the right thing. But into Callisto. Gow. Ball in dispute at the moment. A bit untidy. Sudic just watches it over the line. And that'll be a throw-in to the Raiders' grandstand side.
Also, Tom Strain not in this Metro lineup. He's injured as well.
Yeah, there's another big inclusion.
He was pretty good a few weeks ago that we saw him. It's over the Silent Barbera will be out for 2 weeks.
Strain, speaking of Robbie Saraceno at the end of the Blue Eagles game, Strain's out for the rest of the season.
Okay, that's no good. So 2-0 Metro Stars.
Same with Justin Davis out for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure, what's his name? The number 6 there, Ryan. Trying to remember his name. But we'll pick him up in a minute as it is Raiders. Goes out, cut out there by Wooding. He's been good. Goes short. No, he didn't go short. Went to himself. Wooding with the ball. Can crack it from there. Tried to go to Dorman. Went behind him. Not a good ball. And coming away with the ball is Metro Stars.
No, it's the Raiders with Walls, and he's played it to Zafaridis, who finds Carter offside, unfortunately. First one of the afternoon.
The player you're thinking of is Lachlan Barr.
That's it, Lachlan Barr. Correctamundi.
So that's a bit better movement by Raiders, although...
And he's a very good player, isn't he?
Very
Lachlan
strong
Barr.
centre-back.
Carter not holding the line.
But he's got the right mix at the moment. Sorry, Paul.
No, you're right, mate. That's okay.
He's got the right mix, hasn't he, Ryan?
Yeah,
I like this mix. They've
I
been
don't know.
playing well.
I don't know who called it, Paul or Rob. You said if MetroStars do win today,
Robbie,
they could go deep in this final series.
That was Mr. Peppicelli,
Yeah,
Mr. Football,
Mr.
Misunderstood.
25 years, mate. I've been involved.
Oh, well, what are you? What was that headline?
And about time,
thankless
hero,
the thankless warrior.
About time you deserve an award. You know those
I don't
awards,
need-
at the induction award.
Nah, I don't
what are
need
those
it.
awards? Oh,
Fluff. That's what they are.
no, but it's true though. It's very, very true.
Hall of Fame, you know?
Hall of Fame,
Yeah,
exactly
doesn't
right.
matter.
What about we give Rob the Hall of Shame?
Jimbo liked that one.
Back to the game as Dorber, very tough challenge. Ball on the far side of the ground. Raiders trail 2-0. Sudic under pressure. Dorber, he's a warrior. Chips it forward. Asking a bit of Bernarda. Blafari goes back to his keeper. Strong back pass. Gee, just dealt with.
Thought he was in trouble.
And Blafari breathes a sigh of relief as the ball goes off the side of the boot.
Bit of chat down here, Paul. Bit of chat between Metro Stars. They're up and about.
Well, they're leading 2-0 as Gow's lead is ignored. Same with Wooding. Dorber is the man it went to. Bit untidy on that far side as the sun breaks through. Gow gets his head on it. Blafari a foot. Zafaridis now looks up, goes into the player, wins a throw-in. Raiders, are they showing you anything, Rob? Can they get something out of this?
Not at this stage. 2-0 down. It's going to be difficult. You never know. Strange things happen. If they can get a goal.
Watch the hands, guys. Watch the hands.
Game on. As it is Carter. Callisto's been good today. I've been
absolutely.
impressed. Henderson. Funny looking clearance. Straight to, luckily to Gow. Acton wins it though. Went to no one. Straight to
Gee, the
Carley.
turnovers have been appalling. I don't know if it's the ground conditions creating that, but high number of turnovers in this game.
Throw in taken. Metro Stars. Long one to Bernarda.
Oh, good
Try to
thought.
cut it back, and he's won himself a corner kick.
How's the respect? A 3 on him, Rob, just quietly.
Talk about a player being really good, most improved. I'll give it to Bernarda straight away.
Here comes one of your first substitutions. He's going to be jogging on over right now past the Metro Stars bench is Dodero.
A few of the Facebook friends have been asking for him to come on. He's
Corner
coming
kick
on
will be
in a
taken
second.
first, yeah.
So it'll be Wooding to take this corner kick. Esposito's there. Solana back post. He likes to score goals. Goes out, though, easily cut out there by the keeper, Munro.
Cumberland have equalised, Rob, against West Torrens-Berkella.
Munro gets a big long kick over the, well, just over the halfway line. Gow does well, wins the header. Yusuf wins the collision, but he's collided with...
Now, let's have a look at the replay.
Saying a raised arm.
That's what they're claiming. It was the elbow that went into the head. I think accidental. I mean, a player's got to get their balance, and I know it's a very touchy subject and a hard one to police. But what do you do? There was no malice in that, and we saw... There you go. Look at that on screen. They just do it for balance and elevation, I think.
You got to protect the head.
Now, we are going to the subs bench, are we, or are they just going for drinks?
No, substitution bench.
So we're going to the subs bench, Chappie, and it's Acton coming off. And Dodero coming on. Number 6, thank you, Omari, for turning around for us. And Acton off for the Raiders. That's a foul against the Raiders. Second half. Their second foul. There was talk of that last night, Rob. Cristiano was there, and when he got that red card for Adelaide United going up with the elbow.
Yeah.
It's just something for elevation. Yeah,
that's right.
Elevation. Yeah, see that sportsmanlike. LCF just checking on the welfare of Wooding there as the free kick taken now. Bernardo lays it off. Visconti's lurking. Dodero quick into the action. He's got a bit to do. Dodero goes wide. Finds Zafaridis. He plays it up the line. Carter. Henderson wearing him like a glove. Solana for MetroStars. Tidies up. Goes back into attack. Bernardo. Nice control. Beautiful left foot. Beautifully balanced player. But too close to the keeper was that little chip or cross.
And on this pitch as well.
Yeah, it's come unstuck.
So it goes out, trying to find Yusuf. Esposito's been good today.
He has.
Goes backwards to Carly. They've all been good today, MetroStars. Wooding.
Switched on, weren't they, from the get-go?
Esposito again. Yusuf, who win himself a free kick.
Professional foul.
So free kick. Raiders. Bernardo just over the ball.
Come on, Isla Bonita.
He's going to get a silly yellow
Yeah,
card.
there he is. And you've caught it right, Rob. A silly yellow card. It's exactly what it was.
I mean, I don't know how many yellow cards you need for the
in the finals.
To be suspended. I think it's 2 or 3.
No, 2. Second
I think
yellow.
it's gone up 1.
Has it?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh. You have to give your referees a ring there, mate. And see
might
what
have
that,
to.
Yeah.
They're not talking to me, I think.
Aren't they?
Over the goal line it goes. It will
Actually,
be.
Ryan asked the 4th official that question.
Oh, he's just getting a bit of a talking to by Robbie for a second, so I'm after him.
That's classic.
I was thinking about Terence Carter's game. Does he go hiding or missing when he's needed upon, and he only scores goals when things are going their way?
Yeah, fair comment, but he's got to get some service, and he's the Lone Ranger. I think he's had it hard today. As now,
here we go.
It's Raiders having to defend as that chance. Off target for MetroStars. They're first this half, apart from the penalty and the goal.
Just sometimes, Paul, I just watch his work rate, his body language. His body language says a lot. Sometimes when things aren't going his way, he sort of gives up a bit easily. That's just an opinion. I may be wrong.
Frustration. There'd be frustration there. Look, he's got 3 around him, Ryan, if you look now. And Maury coming now and Dodero, but you know, he needs... definitely first half, that could have been a foul. Referee calls it back, and it will be a foul for the MetroStars. Conceding the foul.
They've had a good season though, Raiders. Coming from the State League, it was always going to be difficult
Did
for them. They could have ended up in second spot quite easily.
Yeah. Look, I said at the start of this game, regardless what happens today to the Raiders, they've had a successful season.
So Solana, they go into attack. In the way it was Wolves. It'll be a throw-in. Taken here by Stefan Carley. Looking backwards. Looking forwards, sideways. Now decides to go forward. Wooding back to Carley. Nice looking cross there.
Here
Back post. Callisto! Oh, tell you what. It missed by a fraction
whisker
of an inch. And yeah, well done. Good ball there by Carly.
We watch it on replay. Yep. Don't know if it was intentional, but Callisto, right place, right time. Did everything right there. And almost Dorber stuck out a foot. Almost could have got a deflection into the back of the net.
So Raiders trying to get it to it is Visconti going down.
He's lucky,
Callisto.
Rocco. Rocco's a bit lucky with his challenge.
Paul, that's in front of me. It's two players going for it. There was no high elbow. There was no high arm.
Let's
two players going for it.
Maybe it's just the size difference here.
Yeah, it was right in front of me.
So you're saying just a foul?
Yeah, just a foul. He had no arm raised. It was two boys or two players.
He wasn't looking at the ball right on the replay. I personally might have given a card there.
Yes, Callisto was, yeah.
Rocco was not looking at the ball. Now we'll see the close-up replay of this in a moment, I think. I get the feeling that he's lucky to be on the park. Let's have a look at this now. This is the close-up replay. If you look at Rocco's head, I don't think he's looking at the ball. He saw he couldn't go for it and bang, shoulder. That's a yellow card.
Yeah, saw the player.
He saw that he wasn't going to get to that, saw the player. And
wanted to bump him off.
Yeah, Wooding has every right to ask for a card there. And is it the old case of I've already given him a yellow, I don't want to ruin the game and give him a second? Is that
maybe
right? You think? I think that shouldn't come into the calculations.
Drop ball.
Drop ball. A foul. Should have been a foul, not a drop ball.
So nothing from that.
Nothing. Yeah.
Well.
Not even a free kick. So Raiders have come away with the ball though.
Should have been a foul. If I was referee, I wouldn't have given it a yellow. It was right in front of me. I don't see any malice into that, but that's my opinion, Paul.
Throwing down the line. Large was there, but Callisto, is that Callisto?
Yep.
He's working hard. Trying to get the cut back.
It's a corner.
He's won himself a corner kick. What are you up to in the corner kicks there, Paul?
Second one of the half, Rob, thanks to Green Play Australia.
Stuart Whitehead agrees with you.
With
That's
who?
a second yellow all day.
Yeah, I think so. I don't want to throw the old, we got the benefit of the replay card at you, Ryan, but we do have the benefit of the replay up here and the close-up. Maybe in first real time, as you said, from the corner kick now. Gow goes near post, cleared by Visconti. Back to Gow, who took the corner kick. He chips it into the box. Keeper in no man's land. Free header over the bar. Goal kick.
This is on the Facebook page. Andrew Bullen, watching from Siberia in a cave during a blizzard.
In a
Still
cave?
better reception than NBN.
Good one. And he's probably right on that, unfortunately.
Second substitution here, boys. Tunbridge is coming on.
Who's coming off?
I think it's Blafari.
Or Sudic is going across to... It's Blafari.
Blafari's coming
maybe
off.
Flat back.
So the captain off for the Raiders.
Youssef is going back into Blafari's position.
Okay.
And Scotty Tunbridge on. Second change of the afternoon for the Raiders. Metro yet to go to their bench.
Mr. Versatile Tunbridge this season. Seen him play in the back lines. Knows where the goals are, though.
To Murray. Couldn't control it. Carly hot on his hammer. Murray up the line. Carter. That's a bit better. These two are playing closer, but still plenty of Metro. Oh, that was a late one. Henderson smiles. Gow under pressure. Does well. Goes to the safety of the line, and that'll be a throw-in to the Raiders. That's a bit better. Murray and Carter closer together, applying some pressure on the Metro defence.
So it is a throw-in to Wolves. Takes it.
Extra time. Cumberland still
Offside.
1-1. Offside?
True.
Against?
Raiders.
So that's their first of the second half.
Still 0-0. Adelaide Comets and Campbelltown.
Where am I here?
Both
That's the second
teams
offside.
are scared to attack, I presume. In the two-legged final.
They're into extra time. Cumberland 1. West Torrens Burkalla 1. Burkalla down to 10 men.
So it is Carmody. Into attack they go.
Oh, well, that was Ride 'em Cowboy.
The hero.
He can't complain, is he?
He comes on and rides him.
Well, figuratively speaking. There you go. Accidentally got nudged in the back, and that's probably what he was protesting. He said, but I got pushed, which he did.
So Metro Stars.
It did look
They're
funny.
comfortable at the moment. 63 minutes played, 2-0 up. Green Play Australia, scoreboard and time clock into attack. Too close to the keeper, easily taken. There by Munro. Quickly goes left side to Safaridis.
Oh, another turnover.
Cut out there by MetroStars. Safaridis wins it again.
It's better.
Goes in board. Visconti. He's been tough today. Goes and looking for a short pass.
Literally.
Not a good one.
Literally. It's been...
Over the sideline, it goes for a throw in.
MetroStars with a throw in. Dorber. Fancy footwork. Under pressure from Sudic. Safaridis. But Metro win the throw in. Far side of the ground. They lead 2-0. And as Rob said, probably in cruise control at the moment. But one goal could just change the whole dynamic of this game if Raiders were to score that next. And reasonably soon, as Callisto goes backwards. Played up the line. Callisto should get the cut back into the box, but hits the back of Dodero. Zafaridis clears it to the far side, and that'll go out of play for a Metro throw-in. Well, time isn't the enemy yet, but 20 minutes in the second half approaching. They'll want to go in the next 10, Raiders, if they're going to salvage something from today, because it is an elimination final. There's no second prize.
So throw-in taken.
Another free kick, boys. Dodero giving it away. He likes riding, Cowboys.
So MetroStars. So MetroStars is a American name, isn't it?
Yes.
They've got Cowboys in America, haven't they?
We've got Cowboys in Australia.
Have we?
We've got a lot of farms in Australia too.
That's true. So it'll be Gal. Is he going to strike it from here with a breeze? Why not?
Look for that back post, son.
He'll look for Esposito. Solana lurking there as well. I reckon he might go for this one. He does so.
And saved.
And saved by the keeper.
Spot on, Rob. That was on target too.
Nicholas Munro. Corner kick.
That's the second save by Munro. That's a good save. Excuse me.
Dipping.
Yep. He did exactly what you boys said in the lead up to that free kick. And that's
So
a
it'll
corner.
be Wooding to take the corner.
Third one of the half for MetroStars.
Signals. Short. Back post. Lurking there is Bonada. Noel Bonada. Goes one way, then the other. And he gets brought down by Ulage.
Nah, Tunbridge, I reckon.
No, it's Ulage. 33. Tunbridge, where is Tunbridge?
Tunbridge
box.
was,
Yeah,
Tunbridge,
that was
Tunbridge
Ulage.
was there.
Yeah.
Sixth foul conceded by the Raiders this half. Here's your frustration. And Modbury have scored a goal against Sturt Line. There we go. So it's Gow to take the free kick for MetroStars, just near the corner flag.
I'd be surprised he goes for it from here too.
Be a spectacular one if he got it. And he did! Oh, good Lord! I don't believe it.
Did I say that or what?
Wow. Gee whiz.
Wouldn't be surprised if we went for that one.
Let's have a look at that on the replay. That's got to be contender for
with
goal of
this
the
breeze.
season. Absolutely. Have a look at this. Near the corner flag. Plenty of players in the box. Where's your front post and back post player? Not to be heard
They
of.
would never
Keeper
get
this time. They wouldn't
great.
have actually. You're
No.
right. Top right-hand corner. What a goal. It's come in the 67th minute. And they've spread the goals around in MetroStars. Have a look at that for contender of goal of the season. Do they allow it in the final series?
I don't think so. I'm not sure. to tell you the truth.
What a goal. Unbelievable, Gow. Take a bow.
It's rhymes. As it goes, kick off. 3-0 down. Looks like curtains for 2019 for the Raiders. And Metro's, they're still in the contest. Looks like they'll meet the winner of Olympic versus Blue Eagles. The kickoff is at 6 o'clock tonight. Control there by Maury. Just hasn't been in the game today. Goes short to Walls. And his kick goes off the side of the boot.
Just as the ball's gone out of play, boys, there's an interesting trend that's happening here in South Australia in the finals this season. The teams coming from 5th and 6th seem to be knocking off the teams above. I don't know what that means, but I know we've had a tight season. And that's another foul conceded by the Raiders. But Last night, Western Strikers 5th beat 3rd, and today it looks like 6th going to beat 3rd. And
they snuck in too, Metros, didn't they?
Yeah.
Into the top 6.
How's that for destiny? So we've got some disgruntled Raiders supporters down there. I know that might be unhappy, but when you look at the whole season, guys, I think they had a successful season. When you ask the question about Matriciani and Adelaide City, pass or fail, this is a pass for the Raiders for sure for me.
So Gow, he won't go for it this time. He goes a nice one too.
Gee, that was good header.
It's a good player, Gow, but a good header by Wooding.
Was that on target, you reckon?
100%. No, that was 100% on target.
Yeah.
Brilliant ball in there by Gow.
There we go.
Yeah, had to be saved.
Saved by the keeper. It's all Metro Stars. The Stars live on.
The Stars are shining.
Goes out. Esposito to Wooding. The whole team's played well. Dorba. Good tackle there by Dorba still. Ends up with Ulaj. He did well for the youngster. Carter. Gets the ball. Hasn't touched the ball much. Not a good ball. In the way is Carly. Walls has probably been their best. Goes out. Wooding. Got a bit of a push off there. Into the arms of the keeper there.
Yep.
In Nicholas Munro.
Zafaridis plays it up the line. Visconti. It's faded this second half. Gee, good steal by Wooding. Plays the in ball. Bernardo couldn't control it. Just a little bit heavy for him. And the keeper having the yips at the moment. Munro. Plays it to Yossiev just outside the box. He goes long, but to no one in particular. Holds up in the breeze. Carly got his head on it. Dorba gives chase. Good still, Zafaridis. Needs support. No one around him. Has to do it himself through the middle of the park. Eventually beats 3. Henderson, Carly. Discuss who's going to clear it. Carly does in the end. Only as far as Walls. Carter, but to no one in particular. Oh, that's a high foot by Galbert. Play on, says the referee. Walls takes it to the byline. Can he get the cut back? Does so. Sudic is there. Bad first touch. And cleared by... Is it Henderson at the back there? Mm-hmm. No, it was 19.
No. O'Donnell. So left side of the park, Sudic is there.
That was the moment, I reckon, but I think maybe it's gone. That was the moment for Raiders had they scored 3-1. Bit of nerves to Metro Stars.
Oh, there's no nerves. Even
no
3-1,
nerves?
I think.
Okay.
We're approaching 71. As it goes to Diro.
Oh, nice turn, son.
Visconti. Yusuf looks like playing in the back lines. Goes outside the box.
I think the kids at the scoreboard are just playing games now, I think.
Munro. Goes out.
The Raiders 3-0 up.
Goes short. Esposito. He's had a good game. Carter.
He's
comes
come
all the way
deep,
back.
yeah.
No one up front though. And Scotty Tum's got plenty of Metro Stars play. Well done, Carly. Their back line's been great. Henderson, Selenia. Have they made a change?
No.
Metro? They haven't.
No.
As they go into attack, Dorba runs onto it.
Gee, look at Callisto running.
Callisto's there. Oh, cuts it back neatly to Wooding. But well done, Ulaj.
Yeah, good defense.
And that goes over the sideline. And he wins his. Well done, the youngster. He's done all right today.
Who's that? Ulaj?
Ulaj. And it'll be a goal kick.
You wouldn't want to be coming here from work, coming into the ground, and you look at the scoreboard and you think, Adelaide Croatia up 9-0. And then the truth...
Gal's played well today too. And hasn't played much this season in the first team. Played a few games last season. But certainly a good player.
So throw into the Metro Stars, far side of the ground. O'Donnell has it. They lead 3-0. They're in the comfort zone at the moment. Looks like going through to the next round. And it's season over for the Raiders. Can hold their head high. I know that they'll be disappointed tonight, and so they should be. They'll take that hurt into next season as another foul's conceded. A lot of frustration. That's the 8th of the half. Let's have a look at that.
Substitution down here for Metro Stars, boys.
cried so much, Rob. You've cried so much. They're going to make their
They're 3-0 up.
Let's have a look.
Give Dylan Smith a bit of a run because he's been injured for a while.
Has it happened, or is it the Raiders going to the bench?
It is Dylan Smith.
Both of them.
Double sub, allow him to come on. Who's coming on for the Raiders?
Karozzi. He's on. Sudic is off.
And the Metro's change. Wooding off.
Smith, I think, is on.
Wooding off. Dylan Smith on with the white boots.
It's all right. Wooding's been injury prone, so and it's good to give Dylan Smith a bit of a run.
Preserve. Oh, that was an interesting free kick. Dorber comes in, ball with the left, gets it into the box. Esposito lurking. He's had a quiet second half. Murray now wants to go for a bit of a run for the Raiders. Tunbridge ahead of him, but he has to backtrack. Goes back to Walls. Walls back up the line to Murray. Carley couldn't control it. Gow makes sure of it and thumps it out of play.
He's playing sort of a loose player, isn't he?
Who's that, Gow?
Gow. He's sort of that midfield, more
The
defensive.
libero.
Yeah.
So Walls now with a throw-in for the Raiders, who trail 3-0 in this elimination final. Take two for Walls. Carter's presenting. Referee blows his whistle because Walls has encroached a bit too far, and we've got a goal. The Comets in Campbelltown finally, Rob. Comets 1, Campbelltown 0.
That's Andy.
I told you this is a very open final
That's
series.
Andy.
What's going on here?
Carter not happy with something?
Captain Cook just going to his pocket. Is it a car for descent? Yes, it is.
100% would be for descent.
Listen to right now, confident from the far side of the crowd.
Good.
What makes you say
He's got
that,
his
Ryan?
glasses on, that's why.
There's no tackle. There's absolutely nothing.
He heard him.
So that'd be descent for sure.
Must be.
So from the throw in, the Raiders now.
Third yellow card of the game.
Yep.
2 for Raiders, 1 for MetroStars.
Zafarides goes wide to Tunbridge. Can he conjure something? Cross over the bar. Not a goal attempt, that was a cross in my view. So I'm not going to stat it. Yeah, I just... they just haven't looked their sparky self, the Raiders. A very exciting team, scoring 44 goals this season. When Carter's on song, he's on song, but when he's not, he's not. So, Ryan, you have a point.
Last night, didn't we? Michael Carter?
Yeah, this is Terence
Oh,
Carter.
this is
Yeah,
Terence.
the comedy. It's a bit late, Rob.
Yeah, I know.
And Coach Carter's coming out of the tunnel.
As it goes out in the way. Maury. Carley's been good.
Joe just evading the players there.
And it'll be a throw-in. Right-hand side. Here at the Croatian Sports Centre. It's all MetroStars. They're leading 3-0 against Raiders. There's a foot high there, but cleared here by Solana. Bonada, Noel. He's got it. Oh, backheels it magnificently to Smith. Goes to Esposito. Goes to Callisto. Chance, looking for the opening. Esposito. Pirouettes.
Dancing
out
in
of
the
the
box.
way.
Free kick.
Cleared here by Yusuf, but in the meantime, it is a free kick.
Now, these fouls are up for debate, but I believe Metro's, that's the second foul they've conceded this half.
So,
subject to protest, of course.
Yeah, obviously.
No, I think I'm pretty close.
Switches play, left side of the park. Zafarides.
He's played well this afternoon.
Goes towards Karozzi.
Offside.
And offside call. Solana to take it.
It's a third one this half, interestingly, thanks to the Green Play Australia.
Go into attack. Smith. Bonada.
Beautiful ball. He's just talented, that lad.
He is.
Very talented, actually, I should say.
Smitty with the ball.
Really?
Smitty.
Smitty. Give him a
Goes to
fitty.
Dorber.
Give Smitty a fitty.
And over the sideline it goes. So a throw in to Raiders. Can they get something back into this game?
33 minutes
How many
gone.
shots have they had? None?
Shots, Raiders this half? Yeah, none. I make none.
Yeah.
Yeah, I make none. MetroStars, on the other hand, have had 7 shots, 6 off target, 1 on target. That shows the dominance of this team.
Yeah, if we had a man of the match today, I might have gone for Callisto today.
Or Bernardo.
Callisto's just been a nuggety
Dorba.
player.
Actually, they've all played well. No passengers today.
Yeah, look at him. He's still going. Dorba. The back line's been tremendous. As the throw-in's taken, Carter skillfully takes it down outside of the foot, trying to find Carozzi. But Metro Stars do clear it, trying to find Dylan Smith. Didero does well. Funny looking pass, effective to Carter.
There we go.
Nice ball.
Hendo in the way.
Carozzi was there, but Henderson goes towards Dorba.
Dorba plays it up the line now, turns it over. Didero, short to Visconti. Oh, couldn't control it. Hacked forward in hope more than anything. Smitty couldn't run onto it. Well, you've started it. And that's rolled out of play for a throw-in. So over 34 minutes gone this second half on the Green Play Australia time clock. And the Green Play Australia scoreboard shows us Raiders 0, Metro Stars 3. Goal scorers, Gow, Esposito and Bernardo, if you've just joined us.
Throw-in down the line. Didero finds Murray. Scotty Tunbridge hasn't touched it much since he's been on.
Oh, blimey. That was pretty
clearance
fierce.
By Metro, trying to hit the bench.
Yeah, I think he did.
Zafaridis will take the throw-in. Raiders, down the line they go. Carozzi trying to go back to Zafaridis. And Raiders still going inboard. Murray switches play to Wolves. Visconti hasn't touched it much in the second half as well. Does a 1-2 with Scotty Tunbridge. Easily take here.
Yeah, too close to the
by
keeper.
Carmody.
Yep.
He will leave the pressure for the Metro Stars.
He's had not too much to do this half, Carmody, as Metro Stars look to go to their bench.
Double substitution coming up, boys.
Looks like Deloisio coming on for a bit of a run as the ball sees its way through to the opposition keeper. On screen you probably can't tell, but a fairly strong wind down there, they're telling us. And Ryan says he adds to it, it's cold. Is that right, Ryan? A cold, strong wind.
It's very cold. Lucky the sun's out. It's just adding a little bit of warmth to the ice bucket down here.
How's your battery going, mate? It could be flashing, which is unusual. So the ball now, chipped forward. You got a flasher?
Lucky he's not flashing.
I think it's flashing, Ryan. I think you might have to change it. We've lost him.
Yeah, it's got
I'm here, boys.
Was it flashing?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you better change it, mate.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci, Roma. As Esposito plays it to Gow.
Gow with the ball for Metro Stars. Oh, he nutmegged them. Gow goes inside. Can he score from that angle? Trying to cut it back.
Good
lad. No, he's okay.
Hey,
He got a nudge,
I think he got a nudge. Let's have a look at this.
No nudge. Wink, wink. He's
Say
all right.
no more. No, we're going down to the subs bench.
Very green. Everything's very green out there, isn't it?
Oh, we've had a lot of rain here in Adelaide of late.
It's like we're in a country town here. Don't you agree?
I think the scoreline reflects your enthusiasm at the moment. So 19 coming off. Cooper O'Donnell, very serviceable.
When I used to do Adelaide City away games, Morwell.
And Callisto off. Morwell Falcons,
Morwell
yes.
Falcons.
Yep, certainly do.
It was like this.
So Deloisio on, and who's our other? Was it Cohen Morris?
It's Cohen Morris, yes.
And Deloisio. So all three changes made by both coaches. And we've played 37 minutes this second half.
So it is on that far side. Dylan Smith, one way, then the other. Gets to the line, tries to cut it back. Wins himself. No,
Throw
not
in.
a corner. Throw in. So who went off?
For who?
Metro.
Callisto and O'Donnell.
Correct.
Okay.
Esposito, the recipient from the throw-in. Zafaridis, being a nuisance and concedes the corner. Is that our new producer, is it?
Well, he came from up there.
Jimbo's a bit worried. Don't worry about the red flags, mate. That means nothing as Gow lays it off. Too bad if anyone got electrocuted. Gow with a chance. Cuts it back and it's headed away. Let me stat that corner, Rob. Otherwise you'll be barking at me for incorrect stats.
Centre of the ground it is at the moment. Raiders just been outplayed today. Long ball into attack. Keeper comes out of his box. That's Carmody.
He might want to be the producer. Look, he's staying very close to Jim there. Not going back to his seat, is he? Now
right-hand side goes to Smith. And that's gone over the sideline, looks like.
Old habits die hard.
Oh, well. So it'll be a throw-in. Raiders to take it. We've played just over 83 and a half minutes.
It looks like they're going to penalties at Cumberland and West Torrensburg Callett.
Oh, extra time, you mean?
No, they're already in extra time, mate.
Sorry.
I think they've done their extra time.
There
And
goes
Mobley's still
out
leading 1-0.
The sideline, it'll be MetroStars.
No. What was that?
Down the line it goes. That was Henderson taking the long throw. As it goes in, Bernardo was there, but Ulage to Visconti. Carter. Mr. Carter goes out on the far side. Carozzi. Zafaridis. Their passing has been
Woeful,
atrocious.
yeah, absolutely. You would have thought
to say
that
the least.
You would have thought Metro would have been struggling with this pitch, but Raiders should have been used to it. But looks like it's the opposite. As the back heel didn't come off for Bernardo. Gee, Ulage just wanted to get him out the way, and it'll be a throw-in to the MetroStars. So we've played almost 40 minutes this second half on the Green Play Australia time clock. Green Play Australia scoreboard. Raiders 0, MetroStars 3, and are through to the next round.
So throw-in taken, goes to Dorber. Looking for an opening. No opening there. Easily taken here by Munro. Throws it out to Carter. Playing more in the midfield. Goes to Maury. Maury goes one way. Back to Carter.
He telegraphed that move, didn't he?
Quickly takes the throw. Carozzi.
Handball, yeah.
And
that was Doc obvious as well.
Free kick.
9th foul conceded this half by the Raiders.
Has a scoreline going down at Campbelltown. And Comets.
Still Comets leading 1-0. 86 gone in that game. There was that. Oh, Ryan, you back with us?
I'm back.
Did you throw away that other battery?
It's in my pocket.
Nah, throw it away, mate.
I won't litter. I'll put it in there.
Oh, well, throw it away in a bin then if you like.
Unfortunately, pitch side, there's no bins currently.
Goes out
beautiful
trying to
ball.
find play there, Solania.
What's he doing
Smith.
up there?
He'll crack from there.
He
Tried
did
to.
too, yeah. I'm going to put that
And,
as a goal attempt.
Easily taken here by Carmody.
I think Esposito wants a goal today as he comes, takes it to the byline. He might have to get a cutback, but Zafaridis doing some good defending. They've got cramp. No, he's all right, or has he? Got a bit of cramp. Corner kick to MetroStars. That's their 5th of the half.
Calanzaro is watching.
Simon.
Isn't he in Spain? I'm pretty sure he is.
How come? Holiday?
I think he's living in Spain.
No, I think he's living in Spain doing coaching licenses, I think.
Right. So corner kick to MetroStars. Right foot out swinger.
Oh,
well, I don't know if that even came into play. It did, and it went out. So goal kick to the Raiders, who can hold their heads high, I think, this season. I won't say overachieved. I'd say did very well. And I know, speaking to the coach after a couple of games, he said, no, when we get into this position, we want to go all the way, which is fair enough. But from a neutral's point of view, I think they've had a great season.
Always helped us out too with the team list and that.
And the hospitality here,
Yeah.
I probably
And
wish
most-
they kept going.
Most
because
of
we'll
the
come here
team's
and do the-
coaches have been very helpful this season. It's been great.
Be nice to come here every week, Rob, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Get this hospitality every week. Sport us.
Throw in Zafaridis. Chance for Raiders, but cleared here by MetroStars. They've been clinical today here at the Croatian Sports Centre. That we will be playing the winner of Olympic versus Blue Eagles. Blue Eagles, another team that's come from the State League. And they might have a sneaky chance against Olympic. A couple of their key players out. Samosas and Vangeli.
Both gone back
overseas.
Yeah, got contracts
So they've
apparently.
got a big chance, Blue Eagles.
Big loss for Olympic, I've got to say.
As MetroStars go inboard. This is the player that's come on, Morris.
And so is Smith.
Smith, yeah, not forgetting the FFA Cup too.
And only for Olympic, they'll hurt their FFA Cup chances.
It's going to be hard for them. Feel sorry for them, but
why did they leave?
They got contracts, playing contracts overseas. As Dorba has a shot on goal.
Oh, yes. Great goal. Great goal there by Dorba. With his left foot into the back of the net. And they make it 4-0.
Gee, they've really spread the goals around. Have a look at that. Out of nothing. The keeper could only be a spectator on that occasion. With his left foot, not the right angle for a left footer, mind you. And beautiful chip, come shot. And, yep, Munro just the spectator on that occasion.
Classy play, Dorba.
Yeah, they're two best
he's got
players.
an X factor about him, hasn't he?
Yeah, forgot about that FFA Cup journey they're on. That is really going to hurt.
Against
their,
Hume. Blocker Wilson. Against Blocker Wilson's team.
Ah.
Wednesday night.
Is that this Wednesday, is it? What a time to go.
At the Velo.
Is that where Blocker Wilson's playing now?
Yeah, he's playing with Hume, yeah.
So Murray now, we're in the death throes of this game as he tries to salvage something for the Raiders and nothing coming of that. And Metro switched on in defence. You'd think 4-0 up, but no, they want that clean sheet.
What is that monstrosity our camera guy got?
That's for the microphone, to attach a microphone to the camera.
Oh, okay. Where's the camera?
Oh, please.
There's a camera up the top there.
Jim, can you just delete that last 3
Oh, yeah.
seconds? Here's a chance for the Raiders from distance. Zafaridis over the bar. It's going to go down as their first goal attempt this half, unfortunately.
Proves how much I pay attention.
Where's the camera? Did you hear that, Pete?
It's up there.
Yeah, exactly. You thought it was bad last night. It's just getting worse. Where's the camera? On Chappie's hat.
It's safe.
No, come on, Rob, please. You can't redeem yourself after that comment. I'm sorry.
Couldn't see it properly. Anyhow, it is Gal. 4-0 to MetroStars. Here at I was going to say TK Shuttle Reserve, but it's the Croatian
Why not?
Sports
You've
Centre.
said, where's the camera? What do you reckon Chappie's filming with?
Dorba. Yeah, I know.
An MP3 player,
I
maybe.
saw Peters is there.
Yeah, no, Chappie's just... He's got an MP3 player up there.
It's on his hat.
Killing me, Jerry. You're killing me.
So MetroStars with a throw-in. Yes, we're approaching time on, boys. 1 minute of time on played. So Metros go through to the next round. They'll either meet Olympic at their ground at Velo or Blue Eagles at the Martin Sports Centre. As they go, Solania go short. They go into attack, could be offside there. Is it? No. Into the arms of the keeper there in Munro. Munro does hold up in the breeze. Centre of the ground it is at the moment. Can they get a consolation here? Visconti looking for Murray. Not a good ball. Ends up with Murray though. Holds on to the player. Looking for support. Gets it from Wolves. Wolves gets across there deep into attack. Funny looking header there by Safaridis. And was over the goal line for a goal kick. Be taken here by Isaac Carmody. MetroStars 4, Raiders 0. The goal scorer in the 40th is Bezito. 47th. And the penalty kick, Noel Bernarda. 67th, cracking goal from the corner. It was a free kick actually in the corner. 67th minute mark by Gal, and in the 89th another cracking goal. Great goal there by Matty Dorba.
So it's now Bernardo on the far side for the MetroStars. Plays it up the line, but it's cut out. Ulaj, and that's the full-time whistle by referee Daniel Cook. As Rob would say, calls it halts here at the Croatian Sports Centre. And I could say quite vehemently that MetroStars have run out comfortable winners, 4-0 over the Raiders, who I've got to say, lacked the spark today, Rob. Carter, very isolated for me. I don't know whether they're burnt out or what, but yeah, lacked the spark is the best way I could put it.
So it's curtains for Raiders for 2019. Looks like Daniel Elder, the fourth official, is it?
No, that's not
No,
Daniel
it's
Elder.
Not Daniel Elder. Anyhow, the referee's going in. And yeah, as I said, curtains for Raiders. Gallant effort. Not today though. They have just been outplayed like crazy.
This season they've been good though, Rob.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
season
nearly
overall.
promoted. Yeah,
they've been fantastic. And Nick Guzman should be proud of the boys.
We'll go down to
even
Ryan.
Larry Piscineri, their assistant coach.
We'll go down to Ryan Marveggio with Hamish Gow.
I've got our little blonde bombshell, the midfield maestro for MetroStars. Great game. Come in for Fabian Barbiero this week. Deserving that goal? Was that goal mean? Come on, be honest.
Yeah, before I took it, Saracen got in my ear and said just hit it hard and just over the defence and it'll go in. So I tried to do that and it's just gone in.
You guys surprised us a little bit. You guys scraped into the final series. But we did say before the game that, Rob did say before the game, if you guys do come up with a result, you guys can go deep into the final series. You've got Dylan Smith now coming back from injury, Michael Delosio coming back from injury. How do you guys feel like you're going to go in this final series?
Before leading up to the final series, Saracen and I said if we win the last couple and we get on a good roll, we'll always be going far in the finals. And we've done that. We've just lit in, but last 3 or 4 games have been do or die for us. So we've been doing this for 4 weeks, so we just had to produce today, and we did.
What was your game structure coming in? The pitch is a little bit different to what you guys are used to playing down at TK Shutter now. What are you guys? You guys used to, playing on this pitch? What was your game structure coming in today?
Well, we knew they were just going to be aggressive and go hard at the ball, so we just tried to play well and keep the ball moving as best to our ability.
Well, before we continue, Ryan, we'll just do with Scotty Tunbridge.
If our camera boys can get that.
I don't think they can hold him up. They're struggling a little bit.
And that's a nice touch, Michael Delosio.
Well, he played with Metros, didn't he?
Yeah, and that's a beautiful touch, actually, by the Metro captain. And
you want to get him after, maybe?
Scotty Tunbridge's last game. Was that announced just out of the blue?
Yeah, no.
Hamish, did anyone know about that?
I think we knew a bit leading up to it. But
yeah, he did say something in the paper, pretty sure.
Sorry, quickly, I'll ask Hamish the last question now before you can go in. Yourself personally, how did you think you went today? You actually played really well. Nice little midfielder. You can definitely tell you come from futsal. Great little feet. Great technical skills. How did you reckon you went in today's game?
I think I've played alright. I think I've just come in and I tried to play similar to what Barbiero does. Try and just protect the back four and try not to concede any goals. And if we don't concede, we can't lose.
So you've told Fabian, that's a message to Fabian, you're not getting your position back in a couple of games if we make it through next week?
Yeah. I don't know, I'll try and keep it as best I can.
And he didn't get the red card, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
So well done, Hamish, good game.
Well done, mate.
Excellent, get back in there, it's absolutely freezing down here. Good boy.
Hamish Gow with a cracker of a goal, probably a Goal of the Year nomination if they count the finals in the mix of that. Well, just the goal scorers, they spread them around today, Rob. Matthew Dorber in the 89th. In fact, I should probably start from the start. Esposito in the 40th minute. Bernarda in the 47th. Hamish Gow in the 67th. Probably the pick of the bunch. And Matty Dorber in the 89th minute as well. They spread them around nicely.
Great goal there by Matty Dorber. So great effort by MetroStars. And as I said, they scraped through this. They're a chance.
They'll rattle the cage, won't they?
They were smoky.
They'll rattle the cage up top there? Well, I think so.
Paul and Rob, you're going back 2 big losses for Adelaide Olympic. That really sends a big, especially Evangeli at the back there. He's been a great player for Adelaide Olympic. Really settled that back line. Whoever wins tonight against Olympic Blue Eagles, they're going to be up against a big test against MetroStars. You had Dylan Smith coming back from injury, Michael Delosio coming back from injury. MetroStars sort of put a few doubters to a bit quiet, including me. I was a little bit doubtful, just not because of their team, just due to their squad, due to the injuries that they've had. But you always find those smokies. Bernarda's come in and he's been an absolute gem for them. Gow came in and he, to me, got one of the best players today. So I reckon MetroStars can go deep into this final series.
I got to give it to Robbie Saracino. Good move today, because I thought he would have put the captain back in the stopper position and Solano in the midfield. But he opted for the youngster in Gow, and that worked. Worked beautifully for them. And Delosio, did he come on in the end?
Delosio
Yes.
came on.
5
minutes,
or
which is
something.
good.
5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
Dylan Smith came on with about 15-20 minutes to go. But you know what that shows? Remember a couple of years ago with Croydon, we writ them off every game in the final series. Nah, they're not going to win. Nah, this has to be their final. And they won the final. It just shows anything can happen in the final series. If you guys are united as a team, you prepare well, you structure well for the game, because form in the season sort of goes out the window. If you prepare well for this elimination game and prepare well for the final series, then anything can go your way.
And they picked at the right time, didn't they? The 2 or 3 games they had for the points, they won their games and came into the final.
I think the dark horse still, for me, in this final series, I think will be LA Comets. There's just something
Well, I
about
think that
them.
they ended up winning, Paul.
They did. Full time, yep, 1-0 over Campbelltown. I would have said
go.
Olympic at the start of today until I
same
found
with
out that
me.
news about
Yeah.
their 2 best
Same with me.
players.
Plus, they're going to play Wednesday as well. So
Yeah.
I hope for LA Olympic, because they've had such a good season. I hope they can do something against Hume City. It would be fantastic, not just for the club, but for South Australian
and the
football
team
too.
Adelaide United played the other night.
Olympic FC.
Yeah, they had a bye. They didn't play their game.
Okay.
They cancelled or postponed it or something, so they were fresh against Adelaide United. So
Nearly proved to be
nearly proved to be good for them.
good move.
But Olympic is going to do it the hard way.
Cumberland and West Torrens Bacala, I know they're into extra time. I know it's 1-1, but what do they do when there's penalty shootouts here? Because
I don't know.
I don't know how long this is going to go for.
Yeah,
I'll just
probably
quickly
finished. Yeah.
Quickly go. Yeah, it probably has finished, but they normally give you a result here, but we haven't got a final result. Cumberland, West Torrens.
Yeah, it's difficult when it's a penalty shootout.
But, well, look. In essence, MetroStars just dominated the stats this afternoon. If I could say, goal attempts, Raiders had 5 in total, MetroStars 15. That tells you something. 13 off target, unfortunately, 2 on target for MetroStars.
And no shots in the second half by Raiders?
Second half, they had 1 shot off target. Yeah, absolutely. So, saves, the keepers, 1 save a piece to each keeper. The fouls is the interesting one. 15 fouls conceded by the Raiders. A lot of frustration in that second half, where the second half alone they conceded 9 fouls. It was a very tidy first half. MetroStars in total 9 fouls, only conceding 3 in that second half. They played with the ball at their feet. They played very comfortable. They played, as I think you said, in cruise control. Corners, well, 6 to MetroStars. And I didn't know any corners in the second half to the Raiders, and only 1 in the first. So very dominant display by the MetroStars.
Just on the Facebook page as well, Simon Canizaro, well done to Scott Tunbridge, fantastic career, which is great.
Yeah,
he was a great
absolutely.
player at a number of clubs. I even did the
Adelaide
away
City.
games he was playing with
Adelaide
City,
yeah.
in those days.
The old NSL.
Yeah. And
Is that right,
he
that
played,
old?
That
He
long
doesn't-
ago. He was a youngster then, obviously. And playing with MetroStars, he great play with them and continued with the Raiders.
Obviously, he was a youngster.
Yeah, he
as
was
obvious
a
as that
youngster.
camera on Chappie's
Yeah, no, I could see
tripod
it.
there.
I couldn't see it before. The sun was in my eyes.
Well, on that note, ladies
just
and
the other one.
yes, sir.
Joe Brown.
Joe
Don't know
Brown?
who she is. Final series is a joke. It's not a joke.
What do you mean it's a joke?
Why is it a joke?
It's not a joke, Joe.
In Australia, I reckon it's the
When
best.
in Rome,
best
do as the
thing.
Romans, yeah.
It's exciting. You can smell
Can
that.
you smell it, can you?
Smell the final series. It's beautiful.
I thought it was the ceviches downstairs
it?
that we can smell. But anyway, on that pretty poor note, Ryan, have you got anything to add?
No, I'm just absolutely freezing and can't wait to get back upstairs in that warm room with you in the heaters. You guys look very comfortable in that
Right,
heated
tell
room.
me.
Should we keep him down there?
Tell me in 5 seconds. What's your favourite colour?
Oh, you're a clown.
What?
From the entire LSA team, from Jimbo, our producer,
Blue is my favourite colour.
Chappie, who we think has a camera on the top of his tripod, young Pete, Ryan Marveggi, our boundary rider. Thank you very much. Thank you for you joining us through Facebook Live and YouTube Live. From Rob Peppicelli and Paul Pellizzari, it's
Next week,
good afternoon.
elimination final. Who are Metro going to play?
We'll find out.
You know, I have nearly 7,000 Insta followers,
Wow.
but I didn't expect one of them to run into the back of my car.
No, but with your RAA comprehensive car insurance, if it's a write-off, you get the sum insured or market value, whatever's highest.
Oh, that's good.
Because all claims are handled here in SA, it won't be a hassle for you.
Great.
Looks like it was a bit more than a double tap.
Hashtag dad joke.
We do more. Get a quote today.